Hey, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
It is Tuesday, January 21st, and we are frozen.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I'm not gonna tell you how cold it is. Actually, I do. Wind chill at negative 15.
Wow.
That's fine. That's fine. You'd think being inside would be a relief.
Yeah, nice
But
and
no.
cozy.
For some reason, above my desk only in our office,
Yep.
the air conditioner's on.
As it is in the hallways, but not as bad as what it is at your desk.
Like above my desk in the Rizzuto office, there's a vent blowing cold air directly onto the chair where I sit.
Yep. Shots fired, as far as I'm concerned.
Make
Who
you
did
tough.
this?
Somebody's getting fired.
Yeah. Trying to make you tough, man. It's like Rocky IV when he trains
In Siberia.
Russia. Yeah. Just toughen you up.
You know, a good point. Good point, Rafe. I was going to bail out. I was going to say, no, I'm not going to sit here. I refuse. I refuse to sit here. But no, I toughed it out. You're welcome, St. Louis.
Wow. You did have gloves earlier on in the studio. No big deal.
No big deal. Hey, you're welcome, St. Louis.
I do have
I'm a
video.
warrior.
You're like the post office.
I do have video of you in your coat with the hood up eating sherbet or something at your desk, complaining about how cold it is.
No, it was,
I'll post that later.
it wasn't sherbet.
Where'd you get the sherbet?
It looked like you were eating sherbet to me. What was it?
No, it's like a smoothie bowl.
Oh,
my
sorry.
God.
I didn't realize
Acai.
it was something far more masculine.
It was a smoothie bowl. Come on.
It was acai. Thank you.
I think it had some of that in there. My daughter made it for me. What?
That's adorable.
She has a
That's
Ninja
great.
Creamy.
It looked good,
What does that
whatever
mean?
it was.
That's a Ninja Creamy.
It's a device.
Oh, man, it's awesome.
Really?
You have one of those?
Oh, yeah. We
Oh,
got
so
one.
you know.
Oh, I know.
You know. He knows.
I didn't
So
know.
it makes everything sherbet? It's a club.
It's a
Yeah, it's
sherbet
sherbet maker. Oh, the
basically
Ninja
what it
Creamy.
is.
Yeah, I remember she wanted it. So we got it for Christmas last year.
Nice. Now you're using it.
And I'm going to use this all the time, Dad. I'm going to make ice cream, and I'm going to do all this stuff. And yeah, it's a TikTok thing. I think it was popular on TikTok. She wanted this thing. We got it for her. Sat in the cupboard for 9 months. You ever going to use this thing? Yeah, I got so many recipes. Okay.
Yeah.
And now Dad's using it. Because Dad's trying to get healthy.
Look at you.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
impressed.
That's it. I'll sit at my desk with the air conditioner blowing on me, eating my
Smoothie bowl.
Ninja Creamy smoothie bowl. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's a new year, new you.
Right.
I found an Orange Julius recipe for it.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Why don't you pass that along?
All right. I can do that.
So yesterday was Blue Monday, which was supposedly
Yeah.
the most depressing day of the year.
Right.
I was wondering if this day had a color. I was thinking about it in the car.
Purple Tuesday.
I'm going to see if that's where you're headed with this.
No. So in response to Blue Monday, there's no color associated with the day after Blue Monday. I mean, you could assign a color to it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Green Tuesday.
Green Tuesday. It's fine.
Cool.
Makes sense.
In response, a positivity campaign was launched to not complain for 30 days. So yesterday was the day to complain.
Okay.
We got it all out of our system. Blue Monday, most depressing day of the year. What
let
we
it
say?
all out.
It's finally the holidays are over. It's cold. Summer's so far away. The bills have come due. So now we have a positivity campaign. So the person who came up with the idea says it's a way to shift your perspective from all the whining, the moaning, the negativity. Now they're calling it a campaign, but in today's lingo, it's more like a challenge. Come on,
Yeah.
especially since there's a good chance many of us already failed, and I did.
Well, yeah, you opened the show with saying how
I
cold
opened the
your
show
office is.
with a complaint.
Yeah. Well, we can start again.
Oh, wait. The coffee machine. We could talk about that.
Do we want to start right now and see how long throughout the show today
It's
we can
not
go
gonna
from
happen.
all of us complaining? Let's see who the winner could actually be.
To not complain about something, I can't.
Maybe you can.
I'm the king of
He
complaining.
doesn't even want to play.
I don't even want to play.
Homie, don't play.
I don't want to play that.
Without his complaints,
No.
there is no show.
That's true.
Now, okay, I'm not playing, but you guys can play.
Okay.
When you start getting the urge to complain, stop and think, why am I grumbling right now? Mm-hmm. And is it necessary? And do you really have a reason to whine compared to somebody less fortunate?
Well, no. We can do that for the rest of our lives. Is compare. Comparisons is the thief of joy, right? It's also the thief of feeling sorry for yourself. So it's like when you start going, well, I don't have as bad as somebody else, then you can't feel sorry for yourself anymore.
And the challenge is supposed to be self-policed. Like the idea is if you pay attention to how often you complain, that's already an eye opener.
You've made a career of it.
I know. That's my thing.
I know.
Can't take that
And
away
you know
from
why
me.
you are successful and how you have created a show and career out of that? It's because people get it out of their system through your mouth. That's why.
People are scared. People are scared to complain.
They just want somebody else to stick up for them, and I feel like that's what you do.
Let's complain, guys. Come on, what do you got? Let's grievances. Let's air it out.
All right, so
We
we're
good?
cold.
Dang.
Learn to sloss.
I feel like I'm having a bald spot because of my dad's male pattern baldness that I
Okay.
have in my hereditary.
Good.
And so
You're complaining about your thinning hair.
I have thinning hair. Yesterday, getting ready for work, I took a photo of my scalp from the top at 4 a.m, and I lamented to myself
Did you
about how
really?
ugly I'm becoming. Yes. So
She actually put
this is just mainly a genetic
Did you
complaint.
put the phone like on the ceiling?
You
Set a
Do you
timer.
want to see the photo?
You could complain about your jeans.
Yeah, this was a genetic complaint.
Damn it, Dad.
Damn it, Dad. R.I.P. Greg. He's dead, and
He's
he
like, I'm still
was
with
bald.
you on that little spot on the back of your head.
That's right.
I don't want to look like my
Every
dad
time
from
you
behind.
feel that little bare spot on the back of your head, that's me loving you.
Yeah.
Me saying, hey,
I have a shirt.
Hey,
on,
it's
you
me,
just can't
Greg.
see it.
Love you.
Hey, there's Greg. Look at this. Look at this part. Okay.
Oh my God.
You don't think that is coming in hot? Like I'm gonna look like Friar Tuck here soon?
Looks like a
What?
big
No.
night crawler.
It's really
What are you
pathetic.
showing
It
me?
looks like-
I see-
What am I
looks
showing
like
you?
a-
This is my gross scalp
Let me
now.
It looks like a river cutting through the mountains.
This is the Great Nile.
Let me see that thing.
is that a satellite photo?
Yeah, it is, dude. Elon Musk took that photo of my head, and you
I
can
couldn't
see
figure
all
out
of my
which
male
was
pattern
the front of your
baldness.
head for a second. It was messing
Exactly.
me up.
It just looks like a part, man. Yeah.
Exactly.
This just looks like you parted your hair
Yeah.
and took a very manic photo of it.
Well, it is a manic photo, and it was yesterday. Anyway, that's my complaint. I'm sad that I'm going bald.
Are you
You're funny.
noticing hair at the bottom of your of the tub?
Dude, we don't even have a carpet at our house, and it looks like it's carpeted because of all the hair that's on it. Between Tim and I and the cats, please. I have to vacuum every day. It's a freaking nightmare.
Now that my hair is longer, I'm noticing at the shower drain.
You should cut it.
Oh, you should get one of those things to see what's
Yeah.
going on down there. The little twisty guy.
Everybody's got long hair. To stand out, you should crew cut.
This is the longest I've ever had my hair.
I know.
Ever.
I know.
a lot of work.
What are you doing with it?
I don't know. I'm doing it pretty much to spite you.
There's no. To
You
spite
challenged me saying that I would cut it.
God
by a
dang
certain-
it,
Everything's
man.
a competition.
You remember
Well,
that?
It's over, right?
Remember that?
Yes,
You
of
said
course I
you
remember
cut
that.
it.
And that's
And I
why I
said-
haven't brought it up.
Oh no, I've got that.
You do? You've
Yeah.
got it written down too?
I don't have the date written down. I know
I
you
do.
wrote it down.
I do. You've already won. Just cut it tomorrow.
No, what is it? Seriously.
You've already won. Just cut it tomorrow.
You said I would cut it by when?
All right, let me look it up. I have
You
it.
did cut it,
I
I
look
thought.
at it. It reminds me
No,
every
I
month.
didn't cut like the length. I just
Oh, you just trimmed.
just a little shape up.
Okay. We have a bet going. It is from last year.
Yeah.
You should just cut it tomorrow.
Seriously, what is it?
Okay. I think I might actually still win it. $50 bet on Riz having shoulder length hair by February 1st, 2025.
I mean, shoulder. I'd say it'd be shoulder length, but
$50 is
If you
$50.
straightened it, it would be.
Yeah, if you straighten it. Oh,
Yeah, you
should
might-
straighten
might
it.
get
February
Close.
1st. I mean,
Go get
back
a
count?
go get a Brazilian
That's the
blowout
bet.
on
Look at-
January
it was
29th.
It was made
Yeah.
February 1st last year.
Because if you're including back his mullet,
Oh,
it's
please
down
straighten
there.
your hair and get it relaxed.
My phone has reminded me once a week to not mention your hair.
oh no, I remember.
That
He
is
thought I
ridiculous.
forgot. No.
You are ridiculous with
He
it.
thought I forgot.
Of course I did. You haven't mentioned it. I haven't mentioned it. So
No,
that's why I was trying to sneak
I
in the.
remember.
Man, you should.
That's good.
You should buzz it off.
That's impressive.
I'll bet you that if I do straight, it'll be short.
Hey man, we're serious about our bets here.
Was that on air? I don't remember you guys talking about
I think we
this.
did it off air.
I see.
Oh really? Well, even better.
Well.
See, this is real. Very,
well,
very
you
real.
both are hell-bent in different ways.
Yeah.
I like it.
I love the fact that you still remembered and said, "Yeah, I'm doing it to spite you."
I thought you were just having a new look. I didn't know this was a spite
100% to spite
style.
him.
Everybody that tunes in, that's been sitting out for a few weeks or was out of town, or out of country for a few months, always mentions your hair, and I'm always like, I wonder what that means. Is it gonna be good for my bet? Is it gonna be bad?
No. Look
And
at you.
all along he knew.
Secret things going on
We
over
had a
here.
bet
Been
going
logging on their fake accounts in the chat during the show and being like, "Cut that hair, hippie." I'm like, I don't remember. I've never seen this guy in the chat before.
I'm determined.
Oh man,
It's Lunar Valjean. What's that mean?
God, dude.
Can't even hide it.
It's so funny that it's been the subject of many conversations from listeners, and we just let the cat out of the bag that it was a hidden bet
Well,
from a
wait.
year ago.
So after February 1st, are you going to cut it?
Don't matter. I'll get $50.
I'll be honest. I thought you were doing it in solidarity.
Oh, with you?
Yeah.
No.
Because
Yeah,
we had a separate conversation where you said that to me.
No money's on the line.
It was a spite growth this whole time.
His hair's full
This
of
whole time.
lies.
You're like, you know what? I'm gonna grow my hair out too, man. And I'm like, cool. We'll do it together. See if we can collectively catch Scott. We'll measure our hair at the end of the year.
It,
We'll see.
it may have started that way, but then
Then it turned into
he
spite.
chimed in. He was like, "You cut it," and I said, "No, I'm not gonna."
Yeah.
You want to put $50 on it? Yes, I do.
You said something like, "I'll get it down to shoulder length," and I said, "Absolutely not. You will not make it that far." Because
Well,
there's those
getting close.
two phases, and you guys know there's like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
there's a mid phase that you just can't do anything with it
Oh, yeah.
and feel good about yourself, and then there's like a second mid phase where it starts to lay a little funny, and you're like, "What happened? It
Yep.
was fine last week, and it'll be fine again in a month."
I'm in it.
Oh, you're in it right now.
I like how you guys are all talking about how great your hair is when I'm going bald.
No,
You know, my hair is
I'm
so
so
good
sorry.
right now.
Oh
God.
God.
Well, that seems
Oh,
to
we
be
did
your
take it
problem.
from you.
I honestly have more hair than I need.
No remorse
Yeah,
at
I
all.
can
for you
borrow
assholes.
some of mine.
I have so much hair that I throw some away.
Yeah, I got a thick mane.
I want you all to make
Forgive
me a
me.
little bump that I can just pin onto my
Yeah,
bald
you need
spot.
a little yarmulke.
I do. I
You
need
know,
a little
no
hair
Reds-
yarmulke.
I got some red I can give you.
They used to
They
call it
had
a
that.
fall in the 60s.
Whose hair color is closest?
You need a hair
Graves.
breaking.
Might as well.
Yeah, you'll just
Go
up
for
your
some of your
grace.
hair.
You
Give me
can-
some of your hair, dude.
I'll come get it. Get them scissors. Pick a lock. Cut it off right now. I'm here for you.
Anyway, let's get back to you people and your great hair.
Nobody
That's great.
can notice
Forgive
you going
me.
bald.
I
Please,
just
I'm so
love-
short. Everybody can see. That's the thing. If I were like 7 foot, I wouldn't care about baldness because nobody's up there. I'm 5'3". Everybody's look. It might as well be
Everybody's looking
eye
down on you.
contact with this damn thing. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about.
She's like, my eyes are down here,
Right, not back here. Okay?
not back here.
Not Robin Hood men in tights back here. No thanks.
Excuse me, sir. My eyes are down here. What, lady? I was looking at the menu. No, were you?
You're looking at my bald spot.
Yeah.
Are you
No,
paranoid
I'm
very
trying to
upset.
order.
Are you super
I'm
paranoid
behind
about
you
it?
in line and I'm trying to order. Yeah,
been-
well, put
Look at
put
my
your
bald
eyes-
spot.
Stop looking at it.
You've been taking vitamins, like
Take
for hair.
vitamins every
You
day.
better
No,
not
for, like,
take your
hair
eyes
growth?
off my ass.
Oh, well, you better because you got till February 1st to get to the shoulders.
You got it. I mean, the back's
I
already
mean,
there.
I take technically it's there. If you went and got a Brazilian blowout, you'd be crazy
I don't know what
surprised.
that is.
I'm not
Just
sure
get
that's
your- remember
considered.
when I had to do it to get through the first bad phase, and found out my hair was like, because your hair's curly. You straighten all those curls out,
What is
you're probably middle of your back.
a
Dude.
Brazilian blowout? Is that? I'm not waxing my butthole.
No, that's
Yeah,
different.
it'll look good.
That's when a butthole
No, that's when
waxing
you
goes
have
bad.
a Brazilian butt and you crap yourself. That's
Yeah.
a Brazilian blowout.
That's when you go full inverted. When you go,
That's when you have diarrhea and you're wearing a Speedo, right?
that's when you
and you
push.
got butt
yeah.
implants.
You push so hard you prolapse. It's a Brazilian blowout.
The whole thing.
It was on Rotten.com.
Rotten.com.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rotten.com.
Got to have sound effects.
is that still a thing?
I
Rotten.com.
think it's still out there. That was what robbed us of our innocence and
Remember
late
Rotten.com?
Heck yeah.
Remember the
I do.
dead bodies were
It'd take forever to
shown?
load up.
all kinds of crazy
Yeah, it was
stuff on
basically
there, man.
the internet version of Faces of Death.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That's when we're still on dial-up, I think.
Yeah, so it just take
rotten.com.
forever.
Faces of Death was VHS. Rotten.com
I
was
just
dial-up.
remember there was one called College Blowout, and it was a weightlifter that had a singlet on, and he squatted so hard he blew his,
Oh, yeah.
he prolapsed his anus, and it blew out the back of his like wrestling
They
singlet.
call that the pink sock.
It's
I love
seared.
that reference. That's so funny.
It's seared into the front of my brain for the rest of my life. Every time I do a squat at the gym, I'm like,
That's
if it starts
Could
to get too
potentially
heavy,
happen.
just let it fall.
There's that guy.
Don't push too hard. Let it fall.
Breathe.
Hey, talk to any paramedic out there. They've dealt with that. The pink sock.
Does it happen to him a lot?
Apparently, it happens more often than you think.
From
A lot
weightlifting?
of weightlifting. No, I mean from straining or sex gone wrong or
Ay.
yeah.
Just
Ah.
phew, whittle some wood. Go fishing.
All right, moving on.
I don't ever want to look back there and see the Dune popcorn movie bucket happening.
Nah. Nah.
Well, good luck, man. Take your vitamins. You got a week.
You're there, dude.
I
Take
don't
my
think so.
vitamins.
I'll bring in the straightener on January 31st, and we'll straighten your little locks out in the morning. And you can come in all its lusciousness and look like a magician, like I did.
Oh, look, it's out of my shoulders, huh?
Ooh. I mean, I think I'm winning,
I mean, you're at the bottom of your neck, curly.
but that's
Where does the shoulder begin?
But I
Right
mean,
at the top.
one hair has to touch the shoulder. Is that what?
I'm asking
shoulder
you.
length hair.
Shoulder
is?
length.
Shoulder length hair. I thought is
Is mine shoulder length?
Yeah. It's hitting your
here's the
shoulders.
shoulder length.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to get there.
I'm not as curly as you. I'm a
I
wave.
don't know if I'm going to
He's
get
going
there.
there.
I don't know if I'm going to get
Yeah,
there.
let's
I'm
straighten it to
$50
see.
richer. Who's coming to Lion's Choice with me?
All right. All right. Hey, listen, I got a couple stories here. You tell me if these were overreactions
Okay.
or not overreactions. Okay, there's a kind of a gray area here. I'm not sure. TikTok was down for what, less than 24 hours this weekend?
Yes.
And how did America's youth react? Well, there was one kid who did not take it well. 19-year-old kid in Wisconsin tried to burn down his congressman's office. And he did it because he was upset about TikTok going away. This happened in Fond du Lac early Sunday morning, about 3 hours. This is about 3 hours after TikTok went dark. The office he torched belongs to Congressman Glenn Grothman. This guy's been pretty outspoken about TikTok being a security threat. He actually co-sponsored a bill to ban it on government devices back in 2022. So the fire started near a back door, burned some vinyl siding outside. Cops knocked the flames down with fire extinguishers. Then firefighters got there and took over. They said the fire never really got inside. But Fond du Lac's chief of police said nobody was in there when it happened. So luckily no one got hurt. Last I checked. They still haven't released the 19-year-old's name. But he is facing arson charges. And they say he was arrested at the scene, quote, because he was just sitting there watching it burn. And here's the congressman talking about it. All right.
We got a call early this morning. Apparently last night around 1 o'clock, some 19-year-olds from Menasha came down and decided to try to set our office on fire. They didn't get in the office, but nevertheless, there was a lot of smoke in the office, which is obviously going to result in a lot of damage. A lot of the siding, an air conditioner look like they're quite damaged. But I suppose in today's world, things just keep getting worse. And rather than just call my office and saying, let's open up TikTok, he decided to try to burn it down.
Well, I hope he got the footage for when TikTok comes back.
Overreaction.
It's weird that TikTok's a security threat, but if you don't have it, then it's a physical threat.
Yeah.
You can't be burning things down
You
and
can't
breaking
be.
into things
That's
when
not
you're
the way to
upset
do it.
that the world isn't going
thought
the
that
way.
was-
Yeah, so the
Guys,
more-
it's
the more that-
content.
The more that senator talked, the more I was okay with it.
He's a congressman.
Some 19-year-old. I'm like, why do we have to put? It was just the way he was talking sounded like some grumpy old.
Like, get off my lawn.
Some 19-year-old came
That's how
down
senators
here with
sound.
his long hippie hair and probably a septum piercing. And I'm just like, calm down, Gramps.
I do appreciate the fact that he did go all in. Like, if I can't have TikTok, I might as well be in jail. But now everybody has it back except for him. No TikTok in prison. So that's
It's the ultimate TikTok
that's,
challenge.
Well, Maybe he'll get pardoned. We don't know. Hey,
knows?
hey, what is this world?
Who knows? All right, you tell me if this was an overreaction. We'll say yes, that was an overreaction. Fine. How about this one? Headline: Lawyer arrested after prime rib incident at Florida wedding.
Say less.
Oh, yeah.
Say less. I'm already on this guy's side. This is the food lawyer standing up for himself. Please tell me.
Now, before I tell you the story,
God.
just reading the headline.
Can you just say the headline again?
Lawyer arrested after prime rib incident at Florida wedding.
Podcast.
What could the incident
Prime rib
be?
incident.
What could possibly be the story?
Okay,
here?
let's go around. What do you think he did with the prime rib? To me, I feel like he flung it at somebody, right? Hit somebody in the face.
I'm not going to tell
Okay,
you yet.
what do you guys think?
In
How-
your head, what was the prime rib incident?
I think Lauren's on to something. I mean, it's pretty easy to weaponize. You can really, you can kind of tomahawk throw
Slap
it.
the
And you
hell
can
out
make
of
it into
somebody.
a shiv
You
on
can,
each end.
yeah, you could frisbee throw it. Maybe it was burnt.
Read me the headline
Overdone?
one more time, please.
Yeah, maybe he
Too
went
well
maybe,
done.
maybe they went well done. And,
Okay.
and basically, when you cook a steak well done, you've made it into a weapon because you can't eat it.
Right,
Yeah.
it's so tough.
It's now it's worthless.
You
You've
want to be
destroyed it.
slapped in the face with it if you bring me a prime
Yeah,
rib well
you've
done.
destroyed it as food.
Lawyer arrested after prime
Okay.
rib incident
lawyer
at
was
Florida
arrested.
wedding.
Florida wedding.
Florida wedding.
So there's a lot of elements at play here. It's a Florida wedding.
Yep.
This could be a jealousy thing. What I think happened was I think they skimped. I think they gave him too small of a cut, and he
Yep.
wanted and he was probably a prime rib line. And the guy, he's like, hey, slice me off some of that prime rib, And he's like, he got the Florida couple a nice gift, and the catering company either went small or wouldn't give him seconds, and he made a stink about it.
Okay.
And ended up getting in a fight with the catering. That's going to be my prediction.
All right. Scott?
Well, I think he didn't approve of this marriage. He didn't say ceremony, he said wedding. So I think, or reception, I mean. So I think that he was sitting in a crowd and had this planned ahead of time and brought his prime rib, and that's like his go-to anyways. And he's known for this. That's his nickname.
What?
But he tossed the prime rib at the
tossed
person when they asked if anyone opposes.
Scott, you're kind of close. No, I'm kidding. No.
He threw the prime rib instead
I
of the
will.
garter.
Okay, I'll throw in these elements. It was at a country club,
Oh, that
and
changes
a
everything.
carving station was involved.
Okay, so Rafe is on to something.
Getting
This is-
warmer.
This is a carving station situation.
Oh,
We've all been online at the prime rib carving station.
I feel this man's pain. I'm an empathy.
You have
magnet.
goosebumps right now, dude?
I'm an empathy magnet for this man.
and was there a traffic jam there?
Here's what happened.
Or would he not give them more? He's like, I didn't say when. Another slice.
This was down in Boca Raton. This is where I'm going to move, by the way.
This is your people.
This is going to be where I live.
Future is home.
This is future home of Riz, Boca Raton.
They're getting it all warm for you.
Lawyer down in Florida in some trouble after what witnesses are describing as a violent prime rib incident during a Saturday night wedding at a country club. So the guy's name is Mark Rohr. He's an attorney. He's being held on a charge of aggravated battery and aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. Witnesses say the arrest stems from his reaction when a group of young girls allegedly cut in front of him at a prime rib carving station during the wedding. So they cut in front of him. Not his turn, or not their turn. It was his turn. Witnesses say Mark became angry and threatening, leading to a wedding guest to intervene. He allegedly strangled the wedding guest and held a plate over the person's head, then threatened to kill him.
With the plate?
Yes.
Man,
All
maybe
right.
he missed breakfast. You ever been hangry before?
I have.
Yeah, that's a good point.
This is angry to the next level. This is wild.
Honestly,
What a
dude,
wedding.
I think he'll get off on prime rib insanity. Because I get it. If you're that close to a nice cut of prime rib, you see the horseradish dish,
Oh, I could.
you're waiting your turn.
You're waiting your turn.
You're already fantasizing about
The heat lamp is
Yeah, the guy's cutting it. You're watching the juices get on that flat top. That
well, the
piece of
heat
wood.
lamp makes it glow.
Oh, I know.
Like it's like
The Holy Grail.
yeah, it's like when
It's like when a girl
Sword-
gets out of
sword in
the
the
pool
stone?
in
It's
Fast
when they.
Times at
It's when
Ridgemont
they.
High.
That's what was in the briefcase in Pulp Fiction, by
Yes.
the way.
Yeah, it was prime rib.
When they open up you never really see what's in the briefcase. Just this orange, yellow glow. It was prime rib in there.
Yeah,
It
we
was
know.
under a heat lamp.
Of course it was.
And, it made him wild. Brings out the caveman, cave woman, cave person in you, if you will.
There's something primal. That's why they call it prime rib.
It is. It is.
That's why they call it prime rib. It makes people do crazy primal instincts kick in. When man was, still in caves. And we were killing woolly mammoths and
Also
getting the
willing-
meat. Somebody from another cave came over and tried to steal your meat. Nope.
Willing to bet this was third or fourth craziest thing at a Florida wedding.
At that particular wedding?
This probably barely disrupted what was going on.
That was the third arrest at that wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was already two other things that happened that involved the police. No, I really think that this harkens back to caveman days when we made a kill and somebody from another cave tried to get in on it.
I'm looking at the mugshot of this lawyer who lost it.
Yeah, he's got an odd shape, doesn't he?
Well, it's not even an odd shape. It's just an odd choice for facial hair. He's completely bald, and he's his cheeks and he's got jowls. We'll just say it. He's got jowls, and instead of having like a nice full beard, which I think would actually slim his face down a little bit, maybe hide a little
Yeah,
bit.
he's got the woolly.
Yes.
He's got a little guy, like just around like his chin. He's really projecting his chin and his lip out.
He looks like Wooly Willy.
He does
Yeah,
look
he
like
does.
Willy.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
It's that magnet.
with the magnet
A
hair.
little bald
can,
guy.
like,
You
make
get
it
it.
have
You get it
hair.
at the drugstore. You'd beg your mom to buy it for like 89 cents.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel
yeah.
used to sell them.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got the little shavings.
Yeah, it's bald
It
guy
is
with a
him.
clown nose.
It's just a weird choice. I mean, I don't understand why men pick the facial hair they pick.
Yeah, but if you see
I don't
this
know.
guy in the line for the prime rib carving station, you don't cut him.
I'm not.
You know.
Yeah, I'm not getting
No.
in this
Right.
way.
I'm not getting in his way. This guy's on a mission. He is a self-described bankruptcy and commercial litigation attorney with an office in Florida.
And he's a big feller. I'm looking at the him in handcuffs. They had to use 2 sets of cuffs because his hands wasn't going that far back.
Listen, I'm going to say the TikTok kid that burned down the congressman's office, yes, that was an overreaction. I'm going to give the lawyer a pass on this one.
Okay.
I hope they're
agree.
cellmates.
He's just really hungry.
It was a long wedding, long ceremony. The guy with the big, tall chef's hats behind the carving station.
With all the power.
Yeah, and the big knife.
And the big knife. Mark had one thing on his mind. I'm going to get me some of that prime rib with all jus and a little horseradish. That's it.
Anytime a fat guy gets arrested for a fat crime, I just feel bad. I'm like, gosh dang it.
I thought for sure you were going to say he grabbed a knife.
You know the guy had to be like, man, it had to be food related. Because it's an extra sting.
Well, not only that, but he weaponized the plate. He used
weaponized the plate.
as the threat.
Yeah, and the plate is the Switzerland of things to attack people with in the kitchen. The plate's a neutral place. It's a safe haven.
It could be a game or danger.
I'm not sure if he broke the plate.
Plates are meant to be spun.
Like if it was one of those moves where he starts strangling the guy and then he breaks the plate and then threatens to
The old Michael
shiv
Keaton in
and
Batman.
threatens to
You
cut
wanna
him
get
with the sharp
nuts?
with the sharp pieces.
I hope he was holding it like the Predator held that little disc thing in the Predator movies, like he was going to throw it across the room and cut you in half with it,
Yeah.
like a discus.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with this.
Okay.
I hope he does plead insanity.
Me too.
And any good judge will let him walk.
Yes.
That's
Maybe
damn
have him
sure.
pick up garbage on the side of the road for a couple hours. A little community service, you're fine.
Feed the homeless.
Feed the,
Well,
No, keep this
Yeah.
man away from a
keep him away
buffet.
from food. Yeah, I sentenced you to 5 hours of the soup kitchen. Nope.
Ooh. No ladles
And
for this man.
Well, it's got to be prime rib night at the homeless shelter. Damn it. Do they have that? I don't know. Anyway, speaking of weapons, I was reading this article in the Huffington Post about there is an aggressive baby name trend, and they're calling it alarming.
Aggressive baby name.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, if I'm coming off a story about a guy weaponizing a plate,
This is my
We're
son.
weaponizing
Shiv.
names.
What do you think I could be talking about here?
My daughter Shiv.
Yes.
Yeah, my son Shove.
Whoa.
Yes.
Blade.
And some parents draw baby name inspiration from, I don't know, sources like family history or geography or sometimes their favorite foods or brands. Others look to literature or pop culture. Still others get ideas from the more surprising sources, weapons. I don't know if I find this alarming.
Yeah.
But the editor-in-chief at the website Nameberry, which I go to often, you know that.
Nameberry.
Nameberry. They said there's a noticeable trend of parents using weapons-inspired and more broadly aggressive names for their sons.
This is my name. This is my son, Axe Kukri.
Honestly, this isn't out of the ordinary where I'm from. A lot of like Remingtons, a lot of
Remington is one they listed on
I
here.
guarantee you, there's a lot of
Gauge.
Winchester.
yeah, there's a lot of
Winchester was the one they named, one they had on here. too.
Desert Eagle.
AR.
Get in your room.
So Wesson,
This is my daughter Bazooka.
they list Wesson,
Yeah,
Caliber,
Caliber.
we call him Cal for short.
Shooter,
Shooter's awesome.
Gunner.
Shooter,
That ain't bad.
Gunner Hunter.
Gunner,
Yeah, I
Gunner.
got a little cousin named Gunner.
I think that's a cool
Yeah,
name,
Gunner
too.
and Shooter are cool.
I did, but he had a speech impediment. Like I was a friend of a cousin.
Gunner with an A.
Gunner.
Gunner.
So what he said.
Still a cool name.
Still a cool name. He just should never say it out loud.
But is it Gunner with an A or with an E?
Gunner.
Okay, yeah.
Oops.
Because I've seen the AR, and that's like a Nordic or something, isn't it?
Gunner. Gunner Nelson.
AR or ER?
I think that's an AR.
Yeah. But that was probably named.
Wesson, Caliber, Shooter, Gunner, Trigger.
Trigger, like a horse.
Right, I think horse.
Yeah, that's a pet name. But I guess, I mean, they're all
Trig.
the same.
Those are good nicknames.
Hard
too.
R on that, huh?
Yeah, not Trigger.
Okay.
We're hard R.
That's not cool.
Also, Blade and Cannon. Brand-related names like Remington and Colt and Ruger.
Ruger.
That's a
Ruger.
great
My
one.
neighbor was named Blade forever.
Like, for real.
I thought it was a nickname, and then when he moved out, mail came, and that was his real name.
Blade.
Yeah, good dude. Worked at Silver Ballroom for a while.
That's
You know,
badass.
he's one of the local. He's kind of in that St. Louis punk
That's
scene.
a badass name.
Yeah, I know Blade.
Great name for him.
I know Blade. And everybody asks him, like, well, is that your real name? And he,
Yeah, he
always
Is it
was-
his
goes-
real
he
name?
always
Oh, you
goes-
know him?
He always goes, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Is it a burden to him?
It seemed like that the first time I met him, but I'm sure
He's
it's
very
not.
chill.
Blade is awesome.
It doesn't match his energy.
No, but at the
Does he
same
have a
time,
long coat?
even when you first meet Blade
No, he doesn't.
and you start hanging with him,
blade.
you're like he
blade.
is super nice. He's super chill. I love Blade, but in the back of my mind, you're like, hey, Blade, I don't want to upset him,
Yeah, well,
just in case.
Well, I used to hear him yelling at his NHL hockey game through the wall.
Yeah,
So he has an angry side.
Oh yeah, no, we used to play Call of Duty, and he was the first to quit.
a rage quit.
He was
I used
the
to be
first to
like,
be
"Hey,
like,
dude,
I'm not playing this game.
Everything
I'll
okay
see
over
you
there?
guys
And he's
later."
like, yeah, I'm playing
Because
NHL.
Blade knows his
Blade knows himself.
he knows his trigger
Yeah,
point.
he still plays chill with all those guys. He will not play Call of Duty.
He had a brother named Zarin. His brother stayed with him for a while, and I was like, all right, I get it. You guys had, your mom did what my mom did. We all got kind of strange names. You know,
But if you
I was
have a
almost
na-
Storm. I get it, dude. Like it's his cross to bear.
He's
If you
probably
have a
listening
name
right
like
now.
that-
He'll text. He'll text
He
any
might
minute
be.
now.
If you have a name like that, there are certain
He ain't up right now.
expectations.
Yeah, judgments that come at you.
Of course.
My cousin just had a baby and named him Rebel IO. That is his little name.
IO
Rebel-
like the Jupiter
IO,
moon.
like the 10101001. What is that called? Whenever it's
Binary.
Binary. So it's like binary code. But his little name is Rebel because of the Star Wars.
There's only 1-1-0.
Yeah, it's just 10,
IO,
but it's IO.
IO.
That's also like
Off
a
to
very
work we
very
go.
cool moon
Rebel 10.
of Jupiter.
Why?
Because my cousin is
He's
a
a weirdo.
scientist and a weirdo. He is. I mean,
He's a scientist?
He's a scientist. He's on tour with bands like Pantera. He's a strange, wonderful man who I love very much.
He's a scientist who's on tour with Pantera.
What's-
What?
Yeah.
Is he their chemist?
What? My cousin Josh is like the coolest. He went to Full Sail. He's gone on tour with all sorts of bands throughout time. But the
Doing
dude,
what?
Doing sound and lighting.
Okay.
But also
Doing science.
He's been a cannabis farmer for like before like it was legalized in Colorado. He was like part of the whole getting it off the ground. Like I don't know, the man
Right,
knows
part of the
everything
movement.
about THC. He's
All
pretty
right.
incredible.
That's pretty.
So we
Diverse.
got Wesson, caliber shooter trigger, Remington Colt,
Luger.
Ruger.
Yeah, I can see that.
But that's crazy. Like it's brand names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
know,
but
going
also-
brand name. That's like Lego.
Also, some.
I mean, think about that. That's full
boy
blown
Kleenex.
brand names.
Also, there are kids named Cutter.
It's my son Lego Duplo.
He goes by Duplo, but we don't accept that.
Yeah. We called him Duplo when he was young.
Right.
Lego when he hit puberty.
Exactly.
Cutter, Dagger.
Dagger.
There's a whole bunch of little Arsons running around.
Arson.
Really?
One of my
Yeah.
best
What?
friends in college is named Arson.
Get out of here.
Yes.
So you know an Arson?
I know an Arson, but it's not spelled like that.
A-R-S-O-N?
It's,
Not
no,
our-
it's
This is
A-R-C-E-N.
Oh, okay. That's
Not our
good.
And it was
daughter's
Arsenault.
Arson.
Arsenault, like the French way of spelling
that's
it.
totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different.
This is Arson Carson.
This
Is-
person is.
But his name's
they're-
Arson, yeah.
I hope bomb is on his list.
They're naming them a crime.
Bomber.
Bomb. 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 Bomb.
Arson.
Can't say his name at the airport.
No.
Arson. Arson.
This is my daughter Crossbow.
She's
There
our pride and joy.
My son Broadhead.
And their cousin Battery.
24 people named their kid Caliber.
Caliber.
64 people named their kid Mace.
These poor kids, they're going to grow up and be like, gosh damn it,
Mace.
Dad, I did not want this life.
I don't want your life. I want to be peaceful. I don't want to be a
I
weapon.
don't want
Not
your
set
life.
fire.
Sit down, James Vanderbilt.
Shut up, four-wheeler. Sit down.
No, it'd be
Talking to
Polaris.
your brother.
Yeah, Polaris. Hey, Polaris, go to your room.
Why can't you be like your sister Sea-Doo?
Yeah.
She never.
I'm glad
acts
your
up.
brother Wave Runner ain't alive to hear this.
He's rolling over in his grave.
Dude,
Oh,
there's a
Lord.
Sea-Doo listening right now that's pissed.
Why can't you be more like Bass Tracker?
Tracker boats. That's a cool one.
let me
Tracker
see
is
here.
kind of
There's,
cool.
Awesome.
I hate to go back on my.
There's and according to experts, various factors, are driving this baby naming trend. There's a certain set of parents that believe that weapons-inspired names have a renegade spirit to them, which has been a rising theme among today's trendy baby names. Like Maverick ranks higher than ever. Cowboy-style names like Dutton and Stetson, Boone.
A lot of those.
Stetson.
I've heard a lot of those. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What, Dutton?
I'm sure with Yellowstone.
But Dutton's
That's
the last name, right?
Yeah, but I mean, people
Surnames are
people
back,
are dumb.
dude.
I bet there's a lot of Rips right now. I bet you there's a lot of babies getting named Rip right now. Or Wheeler.
Wheeler for
Wheeler's
sure.
got to be.
Wheeler.
I'd love to see the rise of those two names in the last 2 years. Because that character's super popular on that
Rip
show.
is so.
Casey.
So Rip is a nickname, though.
That's his name.
His name's Rip Wheeler on the show. And there's a lot of there's people. I see guys wearing like Yellowstone shirts with like the Y on them, like where they burn it in their chest. The guys are dumb. They're really weird dumb.
Well, this is why we need ladies to kind of bring us back to
yeah,
reality.
you're not wearing your Yellowstone shirt to this wedding. Yeah, the hell I'm not. And I'm like, you're not wearing.
Get
You're
in
wearing
that
merch
truck.
from a show.
Name brand.
And learn. This is where you ladies need to step in and
For sure.
Oh, yeah, no. For
Ground
real.
us.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's real hard. You guys are nuts.
Man, I'm kind of.
Well, the women are like, hands up in the air. We're done. We're moving somewhere else.
I'm not going to say his name, but my son has a weapon name, and it was not intended to be
Slingshot?
One of these. Yeah, Slingshot was not intended to be one of these weapon names.
little sigh, little nunchuck. Huh?
But yeah,
Aggressive fart Valjean.
but it has different. It has like a different meaning and a different
long
history
dart?
to it.
Oh, and you know what?
I hope it
And
doesn't.
by
I
the
hope
way,
it doesn't get popular with the other Winchesters and Arsons.
In this article, I forgot it did say this because you were saying gunner. The Scandinavian way is Gunnar, and they specifically say we identified gunner, Gunner, notably spelled with the er, as the rising
The rising popularity. one.
rising popularity.
If you meet a gunner with an AR, I don't care what they look like or who they are, you're like, you're going to be a beefy dude at some point. You got to be a strong cat. Anybody named Gunner, I just feel like is
You
good to
big
have on your
task at
side.
hand.
The kid I knew named Gunner was Ichabod Crane skinny, dude.
Yeah,
Did not match at all.
he looks like Magner Vermagnuson at this point, I bet.
He doesn't know. He does not. I still know him.
Was he more of a super
You know
soaker?
somebody named Ichabod?
No, Gunner. I'm saying he was like that skinny. Like remember the old headless horseman?
Oh, yeah,
Ichabod
yeah.
Crane's how skinny he was in the cartoon.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what this kid was built like. just like a stick figure.
Walker is another one.
Texas Ranger
Yep.
for sure.
Yep.
Or Daywalker.
And they say you're more likely to meet a newborn Remington in, or Gatlin in Texas or Alabama rather than California.
Yeah. Yeah, masculinity, I think,
More Kales
there's a
in
lot of talk
California.
around that. So I think these masculine names are just part of what's going
Hey,
on.
listen, that's what I was all about when I named my kid.
Oh, yeah?
Had to be who
You won't even say your kid's name.
who you calling off the bench?
Yeah.
Max.
Maximus.
Magnus, get a bat.
Magnimus.
I will say.
Thatcher's not being put in the game to drive in the winning run.
I want to know if there's like a badass Thatcher out there that
Has
listens
to
to
be.
this show.
There's a goalie.
It's like, I'm going to kick the living crap out of everyone.
Isn't there a couple
Show.
Thatchers in the NHL playing goalie? Those are kind of bad. Those are badasses.
Yeah, those are the outliers.
Always
know
an
that.
outlier.
You know that.
I will
All right,
say-
fine. My son's name is Ichabod. Okay,
Ichabod Crane. There
They
you
call
That
him
is a
Icky.
cool one.
grab a bat, Ichabod,
go. Grab it.
and give it to Max because he's going to drive the run in. And give it to Gunner with an ER.
Ichabod's the bat boy.
It's Gunnar.
Gunner with an AR is the quote equipment manager.
All I know
Gunner
is
AR-15 is actually his full name. That's his middle name.
if you think you've come up with a good name and it's cool and it's not too crazy, but you think you're giving your kid a name he's never going to hear or she's never going to hear,
You're wrong.
I'm telling you, man, it's a curse. As soon as you name that kid, within 4 years, they've met 3 or 4 other ones. And you're like, man, dang it, I thought I had an original name, and now suddenly it's popular.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, what TV show inspired this? I didn't realize I was picking up on that, and here I am.
Yeah, it's happened to, well, pretty much every one of my children for one reason or another. And then they mistake it and they think, oh, well, you named after so-and-so? And you're like, no, man, that person was not in the zeitgeist.
Right. I know,
Back
that's
in-
the scary part. You know?
What's also would be fun is Hollywood writers like Urkel. That was an actual writer at one point, and his buddy was writing for Family Matters and made the nerd character Urkel after his
Urkel.
buddy. Yeah, Steve Urkel. And that became a huge name, and the real Steve Urkel had to live with that every day.
No way.
Yes.
There was a
That's
real
wild.
Steve Urkel?
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody says my nephew's named Gunner. The biggest wuss you'll ever meet.
E-R-A-R.
The Gunner in my family he's still a little kid. He has like the face of Vern Troyer. I always thought he looked like Vern Troyer, and he's a redhead, so he's of Scots people.
Heck yeah.
And so I think he's gonna be a little hellion when
But
he's
you know what
older.
though?
There
If
was a
Gunner,
real Kramer.
A redheaded
too.
gunner?
if Gunner's a wuss,
It's a Viking, dude.
if Gunner's a wuss, you can't blame the parents. They tried to set you up good.
Yeah.
They gave
They
you every
tried to
chance.
stay. Gave you a
Gunner's
chance.
parents are both like prison guards too, so like if he might be a doctor though. You never know. They might go intellectually.
It's the whole "a boy named Sue" thing.
Or the opposite. You have to grow. Instead of, if you want your kid to be tough, you give them a not tough name. Mm-hmm. You give them a tough name, they might skate by on the tough name
Right.
and underneath have no real metal. So you risk that.
I guess you do. Who's,
This is my son, Caspian.
what badass guy's his real name is Marion.
John Wayne.
Yeah, John.
That's right. Okay. John Wayne.
Hulk Hogan's name
Changed
we
his
found out
name.
yesterday is Terry Jean Boulay.
Hulk Hogan's real name is Terry.
Terry, what up,
Terry
Terry?
Jean.
Hi
Get up,
there.
Terry Jean, get over here.
John Wayne's real name is
Stop tearing
Marion.
your shirt off, Terry
Reed
Jean.
Marion.
That's a girl's name.
Hulk Hogan's mom. Terry Jean, stop tearing your shirt off.
Maybe that's
I ain't
it.
good money for that shirt.
Maybe it's a
Terry
compensation thing.
I gotta do it, brother. I ain't your brother, I'm your mama.
That's probably how it goes.
Now stop tearing the shirt off, Terry Jean. Go play in the yard.
Terry.
Grow your hair out, Terry.
Yeah, if you name them something tough, they don't have to, carry some false.
I
tough
guess
exterior.
that is a lesson in "A Boy Named Sue."
Yeah. Would the name Blaster make him tough?
Blaster.
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 Dude, there's a kid out there named Blaster.
You know, there's something to be said for that. I don't know. There is something. Do you grow into does the name define you or you define the name? Who knows?
What's in a name?
I can't imagine people lining up all over the world to see Bryce Springsteen play a concert. You just change one letter. That changes the whole. Could you imagine being like, who's the boss? Like,
Definitely
Bryce.
not the 70s.
Bryce Stone.
Bryce is the boss. Bryce
Bryce ain't the
Springsteen.
boss.
Bryce ain't the boss, dude. Bruce is the boss.
Bruce is the boss.
And we changed one vowel.
Just listen to the crowd.
Imagine if his name was Gene Springsteen.
Right.
No,
Oh,
that's annoying.
Yeah, that's one letter. So imagine if it was like Gene Springsteen.
Gene.
I'm playing, dude. Gene Springsteen's playing a Holiday Inn. And down in Boca Raton, he's playing that Florida wedding where the prime rib fight broke out.
And now the Gene Springsteen band.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
Playing skiffle.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something to be said for it, man.
You know what's interesting? These baby name websites, they used to just be a name, an origin, and
If Jesus was named Jerry or something like that.
maybe something else. Now they are so, they're so data filled that now I'm looking at my son's name and it says people who like this name also like, and then it gives you all the other names that are like being associated with like siblings, with people reporting, oh, I had a kid named this and then I named this one this. Don't look at that because it'll bum you out. I don't like some of these.
No.
Type in my son. All right, my son's Sam. Okay, fine.
You want to say
What's associated with
Changed
Sam?
it?
people
I
who
changed
like
it.
the name Sam also like Oliver, Owen, Benjamin, Henry, Jack, Max, Liam, Lily, Olivia, Grace, Violet, Lucy, Ava, and Charlotte.
I like Max.
Names like Sam, Sokanon, Shenna,
Soaking
Sama,
Soaking on these.
Sequin,
Yes.
All right.
Sagan,
Exactly. That's why we didn't go with soaking on.
Sean, Samoa, Simon, Senna, Sagan,
Soki?
Sagan.
Shaman.
That's a cool name.
Sana.
Oh, we got a buddy. We got a
Sagan
buddy.
is a cool scientific name. Why
Sam?
aren't more people naming their kids after scientists?
We got a buddy whose kid is named Rowdy.
Oh, yeah.
nice.
We
Rowdy.
do. Sam is
That kid's going
currently
to ride bulls.
number 672
As far as popularity goes,
in the United States, yeah. Not in the top 100. Oh, let's see what my son.
it's not as popular as it once was. He was almost a Sebastian.
Dude.
Sebastian.
And see, this was the bump. What would I say? 672.
Yeah.
My son's name is currently 636.
Hey, guess what?
Who would have thought my son's name is more popular than Sam?
Your son has a weapon name.
Yep.
Abbreviation for surface-to-air missile.
Look at you.
SAM.
Sham.
Surface to air missile.
Hebrew origin, told
Rad,
by
dude.
God. God hears, often used nickname Samuel. A name that can also mean son man or of the sun. It comes from Samson. This is Samson, Smarty Pants.
I stick by
Samson
my story.
Simpson. Well, I mean, his real name is Samuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's a derivative of Samson, who was the toughest guy in the Bible next to, I guess, Jesus. Cool guy. But he had to have long hair, like you.
Did not melted cheese bring Samson down too? Because that brings my son down.
Yeah,
I understand this.
Oh, man.
yeah, that's his.
The kid,
That's his.
Not melted
kid
cheese.
can't stand not melted cheese.
I get it, Sam.
That's his kryptonite.
No, but these were all thoughts that went into we were naming the boy. Mm-hmm. It was really it was down to the wire and we never told anybody what the name was going to be.
Right.
Dude,
That was
You can't get. Samuel's the coolest.
that was our
It's
thing.
a great name.
Biblical hero.
Timeless.
Family name.
Yeah. We have Samuels in our family.
Our thing was we will not tell anybody until the kid is born.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want people bickering about, you're going to name that.
I love when people do that.
So we have
It's like a big surprise for everybody.
we have Samuels in our family, and it's always been Samuel.
No, Sam.
Well, one.
Sam's the senior, well, the second, and then the subsequent Sams are Samuels. Mm-hmm. Has yours ever been Samuel?
Yeah.
Have you ever considered that? Has he ever wanted that?
No.
Oh man,
People keep the name a secret, though. Grossly overestimate how much other people actually care what you name your kid.
yeah, but everybody weighs in.
That's true.
Everybody
You do
weighs.
get opinions of like, oh, I knew it's Sam growing up.
Especially-
His boogers.
Yeah,
You don't want to name your
especially
kid
their
that.
first kid.
Yeah, well, I mean that's going to happen after anyway.
But dude, grandparents have a tendency, and hey, I just
I
went
feel you.
I just went through it a couple years ago. I have a tendency to be like, my kid's having kids, and I don't really trust them to name this kid a good name. And if something out of the ordinary comes up, a grandparent is gonna blurt it, and then the parent has to sit there and deal with for the rest of their life, perhaps, or at least in their mind in the future. Oh, my mother hates my son's name, or something like that. And there's always a weird awkwardness. So I think holding it like you did is pretty smart.
It was. I don't want to go somewhere and then have to answer a million questions and have to justify. Like why we're going to name the kid this. Like the kid was born. I wrote it down on the paperwork, to get the birth certificate, and that's it. It's done. It's set in stone.
I still think that George Carlin bit stands, though, man. Like a Nicky, Tommy, a Tommy, a Sam beat the hell out of a Gunner, a Blade, and a Winchester. You get a 3-on-3 fight going, those three old school names are going to beat the hell out of those. I don't know why. It just is. You throw a Bruce in the mix?
Oh, game over.
Hospital visit.
Bruce comes in and kicks everybody's ass and says, I told you all not to fight.
Here's Bruce.
Bruce comes in and says, I don't take sides. I take lives.
You know what, though?
Walks right down the middle.
There's a couple ways you could say Bruce. You could say Bruce or Bruce.
Bruce.
Yeah.
I've never known a Bruce. I've only known Bruce.
Jack Bruce.
I've known all the Bruces.
Every Bruce.
I've known every
I've known a
Bruce.
couple different types of
Bruce
Bruces.
Lee, Bruce Springsteen.
That was a funny Simpsons
That's enough.
episode.
Those are the two Bruces that carry that name through the halls of history.
There's also Bruce Blanche.
That's true. There's always an outlier.
I've known a very kind managerial Bruce. I've known them all. I've known all the Bruces. It's quite the spectrum of Bruces. I'll tell you what, though, man. When my daughter was pregnant, and I think we were talking to her, and I think she threw out a couple ideas. I did all I could to just hold it and cross my fingers. And I was like, man, when this kid comes out, I hope they go with this one. And I got lucky. And I remember when they had him and it was official. They named him something good. I was like, all right, that's cool. I lucked out.
I bet.
Hopefully the next ones follow suit.
Yeah.
Lucked out.
I bet there's a lot of UFC names.
Yeah.
I bet there's a lot of McGregors.
Connor.
A lot of Connors.
Khabibs.
Yeah, probably a lot of.
Yeah. Khabib Jones.
Is wrestling
I don't know about the
popular?
Khabibs, but
You think that's
Thieves.
maybe.
Israel's.
There's probably a ton. There's so many people that are obsessed with that sport. I could see a lot of kids getting named.
And you want to have a kid with a tough name? Yeah, nobody tougher than a UFC fighter.
Nope. Or Doink the Clown.
Doink. And we all have siblings. Right? None of us are only kids. None of us are only children. Although, Learn, you were close.
Yeah, I was
Terrible
14
website.
years.
14-year difference between you and your sister.
Right.
So
run.
It was a good run.
your formidable years were as an only child.
I know. It's a weird thing.
Do you think you have only child tendencies?
No, not anymore. I think I used to. And then at this point, whenever Emily and I started, we've never been closer than we are right now. So I'll be 40. She's 26. We understand each other now in a way that is equaled out, I would say. But growing up, I was, there's just a baby around, but it's still me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was a very strange
My
thing to
dad
have
was
that.
an only child. And people on social media are talking about the dead giveaways that somebody grew up as an only child. And clearly
Low-grade narcissism.
these people know their stuff because what do you think? What do you think's a dead giveaway that somebody grew up as an only child?
They don't eat fast.
That was a big one.
They take their time eating because they don't have to fend
They
for
eat their food leisurely. So if you were an only child, you eat your food leisurely. Although, I have a brother who's younger than and nobody was trying to steal my food.
Right. But if you're in a big family, that does happen, I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or poor. You don't have to be big if there's just limited resources.
You get all the brown, you're all right, I better get everything I want now in that first setting because otherwise your
gone.
siblings are going to take everything.
Yeah.
Never thought about that.
Yeah, I didn't really think about that either until I saw this list, and I was like, man, that does, I guess, make sense.
I'm a fast
But that's the
eater.
first one you hit.
I'm a fast eater.
I'm
a
trying to
traveler.
change that habit.
Being a fast eater.
Yeah.
I think
I'm a fast eater, and
I've
it's
been making a point to take a few bites and then set it to the side and then take a few bites because that is a habit from childhood of just
Oh yeah, me too.
we only ate at dinner time and you ate till it was always gone. There were no leftovers. We didn't have enough food to feed all the boys in the house.
Well, I'm a fast eater. I think it's because of this job.
Yeah.
To be able
That
to
too.
Hey, I could eat a full meal and a commercial break, I could smoke a cigarette in 2 minutes and
Yeah.
urinate quicker than anybody.
Wow.
It's incredible.
That's right.
And that's all in one commercial break. I could do all three of those
Yeah.
things.
I poop in between sentences.
What's another dead giveaway that somebody grew up as an only child? What do you think?
Not great at sharing.
I want specifics. Like somebody wrote, they cut a piece of cake in two and can't immediately tell which is bigger.
Because they've never had to.
Because they've never had to go, that one's
That's
bigger.
amazing.
That's in that vein of sharing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we are very skilled. People with siblings, very skilled at cutting something perfectly.
Perfectly
yeah.
even.
Yep.
Because I'm sure your mom did what my mom did.
Nick got a bigger piece than me.
And it's like, you're going to cut and you're going to pick. That was the move. You have one kid cut and the other kid pick.
Well, and then you go.
Because then
and
you're like, oh no.
If you have two pieces of cake, you hold them up. You're like,
Yeah,
You're
you're like
making sure.
analyzing.
Yeah.
Like, I think this one's a little bigger.
I still do that with
Yeah.
portions. Like last night, I made mashed potatoes, and I was getting our plates all set up, and I was trying to make sure that they looked exactly equal. Like Tim won't care.
Yeah, Tim's
Yeah.
not going to care.
Yeah, but I was still like, all right, does he have enough?
All right, a dead giveaway that somebody grew up as an only child. They're great with people's parents because they grew up chatting with adults.
Yeah, they're good with adults.
Okay.
They're
Yeah,
good
yeah.
with adults.
They don't see a distinction between kids and adults. Hey, I don't know if this is true, but in my experience, when I'm just reviewing it, people that are only children aren't necessarily good at confrontation.
Well, that was my next one to bring
They're
up.
constantly avoiding confrontation.
They
You're right.
struggle with conflict. It's either all or nothing. Whereas people with siblings know how to negotiate a share
Yeah.
and when to pick your battles.
Yeah, I had a friend that you would think would like stand up for things, but if there was ever like a confrontation, you'd look and be like, I know what you feel here. Why aren't you saying something? And it was like, oh, you are always taking the path of least resistance. Like always, like no. And eventually he even said like, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't do that. I don't want to deal with confrontation.
Yeah.
Yep. They also don't know how to shift the blame. If something breaks, they
Okay.
don't remember to throw their
And
sibling
you know
under the
what,
bus.
Scott? That my next point would be an only child gets unreasonably angry about group punishments.
Yeah.
Like I didn't do anything wrong. Why me?
Yeah.
People with siblings are more nonchalant about it.
Yeah.
You've dealt with this crap before.
Which
We're
falls
used
in the
to
vein
it.
of
That's awesome. I bet also they're terrible at winning shotgun whenever you're going
that's
to
an
a car.
empathy thing too. I think they lack. They're a little short in the empathy department a lot of the times. In a way of like, that's your problem, not my problem. It's kind of in the same vein as that. Is like, I don't understand why that's interrupting my day. You're having a bad day doesn't mean I should be having a bad day. As opposed to, I think people that grew up with siblings are kind of like a little more like, hey, oh, you're having a bad day? Tell me about it. Or like, I
Are
think,
their days ruined too?
yeah, or they're like, oh, that sucks, man. Like,
Sharing burdens.
yeah, sharing burdens as well as sharing victories and defeats.
Yeah, because
As opposed to, which is kind of like a little low grade narcissism,
Right.
honestly. Just like, my wins are my wins, my losses are my losses, and you're not my problem.
Yeah. Somebody who's an only child said their roughhousing skills are below par.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's probably a bigger deal to get picked on.
They're more content with being alone for an extended period of time.
I think that's older children, too. I'm like that. I think because you start off as an only child if you're the oldest. You get a little period of life where you are the doted upon. And then it's abruptly taken from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By these two little bastards.
Someone said they don't guard themselves, stomach, kidney, groin, when laying down.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
So they also don't have pets.
They don't sleep with their hands down the front of their pants. I don't trust anyone. that
Just in
doesn't do
case.
that.
Because if they,
Dead giveaway, somebody grew up as an only child. They're more independent. They could do jobs that should take 2 or 3 people by themselves. But without having constant, competition, they're actually slower at most things than people who grew up with siblings. Which I think that one makes sense too. They just get up and leave a room without saying anything or announcing where they're going. That's an only child dead giveaway.
Interesting.
They leave their Halloween candy in the kitchen.
Don't hide it in their room.
They don't hide it.
Well, that's the
Dude, all my kids have
sharing
safes.
thing.
Now, with that being said, so none of us are only kids, but do you think that you are your parents' favorite child?
Yes. Right now, yes. It used to be Emily. Right now, I'm my mom's favorite.
Currently,
I'm
you
announcing
shot
it.
You
I
shot
declare.
to number one.
I did. I've waited so long. I've waited 26 years to be the favorite again. So here I am.
So with a rocket to number one.
But Emily is my stepdad's favorite, so evens out.
Yeah, for me, I think I might be my mom's, but my dad hasn't even spoke to me in about 10 years. So
Oh my God.
Come on, Scott.
What?
It's not your dad's fault.
Scott, your dad passed away 10 years ago.
yeah, I don't know.
You gotta stop freezing it like that.
No, that's the best.
What about you? Oh, no.
I'm the number one son.
I mean, she's in the chat every morning, so I would say so.
Is she there now?
I haven't seen her this morning.
She's in North Carolina.
We have mirrored.
My mother, by the
That's
way,
interesting to me because your mom lives with your brother.
my mother, she's like, I'm getting. She lives in New York. She's like, I'm getting out of here. She went down to her friends in North Carolina to get away from the winter.
Yeah.
And I was like, when do you come back? She goes, whenever. I got a one-way ticket,
Wow.
Good for her.
That's awesome.
and it's going to snow there today. So
Oh, but she's bringing the weather with her.
It doesn't. Number one son. What an
Still the
evil
favorite.
laugh. What an evil.
well, yeah. So
doesn't she live with your brother?
Yeah, they have a what they call a mother-daughter, house where
Yeah.
Mother-in-law suite.
my mother has an apartment underneath
That's great.
where my brother and his family are.
Yet you are still the favorite.
Because I'm not there.
You're the firstborn?
It's the same. I have the same thing. I mean, it drives my brothers insane. Like my youngest brother, my mom watches my niece every day. They're in proximity. They live in the same town. He lived with her forever. He was like the failure to launch kid. I think he lived with her till he was 30. Damn near. Lived in the basement, life of Riley, youngest sibling, no rules. I destroyed the rules. I walked so they could run. And do I get a thanks?
No.
But you are Jackie's favorite?
Yeah, and they can't stand it.
Well, yeah, your mom got a painting of you made.
Oh yeah.
That's
Even
all.
it'll even be she gave me a painting of myself for Christmas. And
Well, I think, distance makes the heart grow fonder.
she also will they'll make a light of like the way the pictures are arranged in the curio cabinet. There's like a picture of each of us from like high school or our military photo or whatever. But I'm in the middle, but I'm the oldest, so my brother's like, why is he in the middle? It should be left to right or right to left, but you put him as a centerpiece and we're each on the side. And she's like, I didn't. And I'm like, yeah, you kind of did, Jackie.
I
You
went
kind
to-
of made me the light is shining on me in the center, and they're kind of like in the shadows.
That's how it works.
Last
Grow
time I
up.
went to my mother's
the oldest
house.
has to deal with crap that you all didn't have to deal with.
I
Like you
agree.
said. So this is the perks.
You're also your mom's little, Shane Gillis has a good bit about it. He's like, you're your mom's little gay best friend until you're 10.
Paid the price, got the perks.
You're her best friend. He's like, dance for mommy. You're like, okay.
and don't think that I didn't go to my mom's house last time and count how many pictures there were of everybody on
No,
the
that's
wall.
what I do every
Sure it
time
was
I go
even.
home. I make sure that Emily has not.
That's
Emily and I,
hilarious.
and I started this. I'm glad you bring this up because I thought I was the only one. When I
No.
go back home,
You're the true favorite. You don't have to do that.
I was going
In-
to say I've never
You
done
know.
that, and that's because I'm my mom's favorite.
when Emily comes home, she's like, oh my, I got this, here's me with my law degree. And I'm like, And then I will print a photo of me on stage or with you guys or whatever and put that in the house. And I make sure every time that there's an even amount. I don't care because she lives in Colorado.
So your mother put a copy of your sister's law degree up on the wall, and you had to make it even. So
I will print my degree and put it on the
that's way worse than
I
me.
refuse.
You print it up.
Okay?
Printed up
My
your
mass
MassCom
comm
degree.
BS is going up on the wall.
You put your best
written in
dressed and
crayon.
covered award.
My mother's like, both of you, no more. Like, we don't want to be
amazing.
decorating this. There's 1,000 photos in there.
Did you give your mom a copy of the best dressed hubby
No,
Yeah.
but I will.
award?
Her mass
It's
comm
coming.
degree is written in crayon on the wall.
I'm definitely.
I graduated.
I graduated.
I'm definitely my mom's favorite, and my brother's my dad's favorite. And that's been pretty much known by all of us since we were like 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's good when you can divide
that's
it
how
up.
it runs. I don't think it's changed all that much. And that is
My
one of
dad
the
hates
benefits.
us all equally.
That's one of the benefits to having so many kids is I don't think they'll ever be able to tell.
You have a favorite, though?
Of course
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, you do.
Why are your fingers crossed? You have to have a favorite.
Of
And I'm
course
sure
not.
it changes throughout
It does
time.
change. And let it be known.
You may move up.
You may move up, you may move down.
That's right.
Depending on who
Let
you
the
select.
Squid Games begin.
Depending on who
honest.
you select as your life partner as well.
I'll be honest.
That factors. There's a lot of
Absolutely, it's a point
factors here.
system.
Yeah, you marry a dope.
-3.
Yeah.
You marry a dope. You
You
get
get down.
You get dope points deducted.
God, that's so true. I mean, my sister, one day I hope she finds her person and stuff, but I do think about it quite often. Like, okay, there's going to be another person that's going to be a part of this.
Yeah.
That how we are now
And
will
I
be
hope
changed.
I hope we could get along.
And it could
Right.
gain ground on
How
you.
much
Yeah.
will?
Or you could
Oh, and then Tim's the favorite now.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
You know what I'm saying? Now
Tim
he's gonna
probably
have
just 2x
competition.
you.
That's what I was getting ready to ask. What if she goes? What if the bar's too high? What if she brings home the best guy?
The best guy. Well, that's
and
going to be a
then all of a
problem.
sudden he's like the family favorite. It
All of
changes the
us
whole
love him.
dynamic of what you got going on.
Tim better be, I think he's kind of resting on his laurels right now because he is a nice guy, great man. But is there a better man out there that my sister's going to bring home? And then what does that mean for sweet Tim?
It depends on how much it closes the gap.
Listen,
But he may have to work a little harder.
The first time my
so
daughter
tired.
gets a serious boyfriend, I'm not going to be a dick. I'm not going to be the
You're gonna be cool, Dad?
I'm not going to be the put the shotgun above the mantle and point to it and go, I got a shotgun on the show. I'm not going to be that
Why?
guy.
You'll invite
You
me
must.
over to be that guy.
You must resist.
No, I'm not going to be that guy because I've had dads do that to me,
Yeah.
and it's a terrible feeling.
I loved it when my dad made one of my ex-boyfriends carry logs. My dad was sick with cancer. This guy I was dating was very scrawny. My dad was like, get out there and move every one of those damn things that I chopped up. And he did, And I was like, this is awesome. Because that's like the first time that
You're like,
that
Dad,
ever
I'm
happened.
going to bone him tonight because of that.
What?
Yes.
Was this like out of the blue? Like,
Yeah, it was like the first time they'd met.
he came over to what? Just meet your dad?
Yes.
Or like you guys were going somewhere?
We drove down to meet my dad. It was like a big to-do. And my dad, Vietnam veteran, looked him up and down and was like, get your ass out there and let's put these guns to work.
That's a Southern Illinois courting process.
And I got to say, it warmed my heart that my dad was vetting a man for. It was the first time he'd
That's
ever done
nice.
that. So I'm just saying.
Yeah,
don't-
no, I will be vetting
Kind of scrawny.
in a more passive aggressive way.
Okay.
I'm not going to be full out aggressive. I will be very passive aggressive.
Can you give an example of maybe what that would look like? Like, what do you mean?
Go
in
move
here.
this wood for me outside.
Leaving logs out
Steal
there?
that.
You're not quite cut from the same cloth as Learn's dad. You're going to be like, get in here and prove you can use this ninja creamery.
No,
Make me a smoothie, boy. Make me an espresso. What?
He's going to say, make me a smoothie and take the dog for a walk.
Ugh, this sherbet tastes terrible.
I bet you'll do intellectual aggressiveness. Like, you will probably want him to be of a certain intelligence, right? Because you're
Well-
a conversationalist. You know a lot of weird
Well,
stuff.
what I'll do is I'm imagining a boy walking through the door and, my daughter going, this is Bruce.
Bruce.
This is
Here's
Bruce.
Bruce.
This is
If there's any
Remington.
justice in the universe, her first boyfriend will be a Thatcher.
Oh, please, God.
Please,
And the
please.
last one. The first one and the last
Yes.
one will be a Thatcher.
And he'll be the
Thatcher.
most manly Thatcher on the planet. And-
Right, he
and
will be
he'll,
thick.
He'll school you in the driveway.
Oh, and he will be
and everything.
smart. This man will have brawn.
I will be nice, and then once they leave, I will, crap talk them, behind his back and
Okay.
try to sabotage their relationship in any way I can.
What if you fall in love with I see the problem for you being you actually like one of her boyfriends eventually and
I'll
then
get
they
attached.
break up.
I'm
then
gonna
you-
be the one to get attached.
You will compare everyone from then on to the one that you like.
Dude,
I had-
it does get interesting when you find yourself in the position where you're like, don't lose this guy.
I know.
Come on, man. Like, pop the question. What
Dad.
are we doing? What are we waiting for here?
Me and Thatcher broke up. Oh, but we were gonna go to the Blues game.
Oh man, can I still go to the Blues game with her? Or
Listen, what's it going to take to put you and my daughter today?
Oh no, we're not doing that. That's not.
I'm in the marriage part.
Right. Sure.
That's a bad way of putting that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
You know what? It's first day on the sales floor. I'm not good at this yet.
Listen, with my daughter's
I had a dad
attitude,
like that.
and you guys know my daughter. She's very much like me.
Yeah.
God bless the man that winds up marrying her
Oh,
because
man.
he is in for a real treat.
Well, it'll be the equivalent of what Meals is for you. Like your daughter and you are very similar.
Yeah. So again, I feel I'm gonna have to talk to this guy. And go, hey man,
She's,
you really know what you're getting yourself into?
she may have a person that's a little bit more sensitive. Like, it's strong and sensitive, I would say.
She may have to be the alpha.
May have to be.
I mean, it's going to happen. Yeah.
Already is. The relationship
is.
hasn't begun.
She's got to be the alpha in the relationship.
So you might get a Thatcher.
I may.
I had that happen one time. I'd almost forgotten, but I dated a girl with like 4 sisters. And she broke up with me, and she called me, and she goes, my dad wants to talk to you. Would you be open to talking to him? And I said, well, yeah, why? And she's like, I don't know. He just wants to talk to you. And I went over to the house, and we sat in the driveway, and he needed closure. Like, because we were like buds, and he was just like, I don't know what she's thinking. He was really upset about it. And he's like, if I had to...
If it was up to me.
If it was up to me, you're in. And I'm just like, well, I appreciate that, man. But
Well, I had a high school girlfriend who's, I met her dad, and he's like, you're going to take a ride in my motorcycle with me on the back.
Cute.
And then I'm going to show you my knife collection.
Okay.
that was just a power move.
It was.
That was like immediately feminized you, put you on the back, and then
Right,
showed
made
you
me the
his
bitch.
weapon.
I don't know. I'm
He
sure
made me the
there's-
bitch and then
What a
showed me his
dork.
weapons.
I don't represent all women.
Dork, dude.
I don't represent all women.
the sidecar.
But there is something about me that loves
Put on the
that.
goggles.
So I'm sure there's chicks that are like, oh my God, my dad is so embarrassing. Stop this toxic masculinity. But there's a part of me that absolutely loved
It's the
it.
protection. Like,
It's
I
the
would do anything to
protection.
protect my daughter.
Yes.
And if it means putting the...
And it means
putting the-
risking your life by putting you on the back of a motorcycle.
If it means
that's how I'll prove it to you.
emasculating the boyfriend, it may come down to that. I don't know.
And Riz, you do have a good weapon. You could just talk about him on the show.
Yeah.
Could do that.
And then every kid at school know.
The key to really emasculating and getting in a kid's head is do it privately. Don't make a big public display of it. Like, do it when everybody's out of the room. Where, like, you can gaslight him. You can't even prove it happened. Just like, wait till everybody leaves and be like, hey, how far are you willing to go? Will you die for her?
Oh God.
Because I will. Okay, hey, who wants cake?
I've tried to have that conversation in a positive way, by the way. I'm there. I've like tried. I actually, this last weekend, one of the plans was, hopefully I get a few minutes with him and I can talk to him a little bit and, maybe see where his head's at.
Right.
Hey, well, what's the future?
Oh, man.
What's going on? But I did not get the opportunity, and I can't figure
Listen,
out
I've
how
had my
to.
father-in-law go, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Even still, I'm like,
Yeah.
No, but we got. But,
I love that he took.
But we like
I love
each
that he
other.
took you to the junkyard and smashed a car in front
and,
of you.
and yes, that he did do that. He
Jeez.
crushed a car in front of me and basically said I could disappear in this junkyard.
That's good.
And the message was
That's
received.
nice.
The message, that's a 100% true story. The message was received.
Yeah. That's good.
But as far as the do parents really have a favorite child? Parents do.
Yeah.
And a study analyzed data from over 19,000 participants and found that parents do treat their children differently. And the way they choose their favorites is more systematic than you might think. So these are 5 very interesting takeaways from this. Do parents have a favorite child? Number 1, both mothers and fathers tend to favor daughters.
Yeah.
Okay, both mothers and fathers tend to favor daughters. Parents favor kids who demonstrate responsibility and organization in their daily lives, like completing homework on time and keeping their rooms clean. Mm-hmm. Agreeable children are more likely to be favored. These are the kids who show, cooperation and consideration in family life. Basically, those who make parents' lives easier by helping maintain a healthy family dynamic. Those are the favorite kids. Are you somebody who makes, planning family dinners and gatherings easier by helping take care of any of the loose ends? Yes.
yeah, it was no surprise. Listen, I wasn't surprised when I felt like I wasn't my dad's favorite. When my room was dirty and my girlfriend was pregnant in high
Right.
school. All right, I wasn't.
Who loves you, baby?
Confused. I wasn't confused as to why I wasn't the favorite.
Wade through these Taco Bell wrappers and help me change your grandson.
Does birth order matter? Does birth order matter?
Yes.
I think so, yes.
Definitely with women, especially.
Does
think in
birth
general.
order matter? Again, this was a giant, 19,000 people, survey. Birth order matters, but not for favoritism. Parents tend to give older kids more autonomy, like later curfews or more freedom to make decisions. But they are not more likely to favor older siblings just because they're first. And many aspects of parental favoritism are more subtle than you think. For example, in some cases, parents acknowledged treating one kid more favorably, but those kids themselves didn't report noticing any differences in treatment.
They don't even know they're the favorite.
They don't even know they're the favorite. Which I guess is good. Is this all healthy behavior?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I know my parents went way out of their way to make sure everything was even, and that,
Right.
that's what they were really proud of themselves at. And I think they really tried not to show any favoritism, and then they just gave up, I guess.
I think being the oldest, you're also like the test kid. You know what I mean? Like you are beta max.
Yeah, starter
You are
kid.
the kid that they kind of figure it out on, and then they course correct for the other ones. Because I know my mom, the reason I'll always be her favorite is probably because I'm amazing. But besides that, I would say that we became like friends. I was her confidant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was the oldest. She didn't really go out and she didn't have a ton of friends. Like very old school, paternal house. Probably not healthy, to be honest. But like,
Sounds very Freudian.
yeah. Well, she just like we were having very adult conversations
And you were young.
when I was young.
early.
When I was like, yeah, too early. Like she's like, I'm thinking about divorcing your dad, and I'm like, I'm 9.
Whoa! Leave me out of this.
What would you do? What do you think? Can we
Want
make it
some
on
more
our
chicken
own?
nuggies?
Can me and your
Jackie?
brother make it on our own?
What
And
do
I'm
you
like,
think?
I don't know. I'm 9.
She's catching your opinion.
I'm kind of in the middle watching Ninja Turtles right now. Do you think we could talk about this at 9:30?
Oh, man. That's heavy.
Wow, can we? I still got to do homework.
Poor Jackie. I
All
love
right.
her.
Listen, we're all everybody's favorites. We got to take a break, but first. All right, that is brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. We'll be at the Hot Shots in Fenton on Sunday for Champ Bash. Join us as we fulfill our Pick'em Challenge punishment in between the first and second halves of the first game. From Brussels, Illinois. Where is Brussels, Illinois? Well, that's the home of Dennis Jones, who is our team today. Brussels, Ill.
It's by Centerville.
By Sprouts. Come
Dennis-
on. King Scott, where are you?
Dennis says, hey, you're mowing his lawn.
I know. I was waiting.
Dennis has been a fan of the Riz Show since the very beginning, has never missed a program. He loves that each member of the show brings their own relatable character trait and means of discussion to the table with every topic that's had. Appreciates my inner curmudgeon, moons peace, learns love for cats, raves Southern Illinois heritage, and, of course, King Scott.
It's up northwest in the booby.
Now,
You know what I'm saying? Like right here, when the river dips down right here. And there's
In the
there's
booby.
Brussels. It's in the booby.
Near the quarry.
That's a little booby right
Dennis Jones from Brussels is our Team Riz Member of the Day. Get the super sweet Team Riz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with crap on celebrities. It is 7:25. It is Tuesday. Welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizShow1057thepoint.com. I know it's, I got a wind chill of negative, gazillion degrees outside, but today is National Hugging Day.
Well, come on over.
Come on with the body warmth. National Hugging Day. I look forward to it every year.
Yeah, you do.
You know me.
You are not a hugger.
You
at
know
all.
me.
Everyone else in this room is the hugger. Maybe not Moon as much.
Whoa, what's that mean?
I don't know.
Do you know
like
hugs can
random
help?
Hugs?
Hugs can help lower, blood pressure and help lower stress. A good hug could quickly shift somebody's mood.
Yeah.
That's why I always grab them from behind. Squeeze.
By the waist.
Spoon hug.
I'm a hugger. I'm very, very affectionate. It's like built into me. But at the same time, I'm also very
Guarded.
how you say.
You don't hug everybody.
How do
though.
you say?
I'm just cautious.
Okay.
I'm cautious. I'm a cautious hugger.
Yeah.
Because some people are weird. It's just like 1,000 different ways that people accept or give hugs. You know what I mean? They just never. I'm just not going to be the first.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever? I mean, I'm sure it's happened to all of us, but hug somebody that was not really receptive to.
Oh, the
yeah.
empty
hug?
hug. Yeah, hate it. Did my brother-in-law this weekend? Saw him.
Like
Gave
you
him a
are,
hug. He
like
does not wanna hug me.
your hug is very loving,
Yeah, I
and that
squeezed the hell out
person
of
that
everybody.
person is not receptive to what you're giving out there.
Yes, my brother-in-law and my eldest nephew want nothing to do with my hugging. My niece, my youngest nephew, my sister-in-law, we will squeeze each other and yeah. I hate an empty hug, and I don't have to hug people. Like, if you don't want to be hugged, totally cool with me. I will always hug people. Like, you
I
can
don't
always
wanna-
come up to me.
I don't. I'm good.
I like it, but I'm with her. Don't waste. I'm a good hugger. Don't waste my hug if you don't want it. Just check.
Yeah, just
And
high
I
five
don't
me or
usually
something.
come in for
Yeah,
it.
but you going in first?
I'm not because of my size. I have to be mindful of that at all times, that I have a fearful body type.
That's so fun because I don't. That is something that you've had
It's
to
the
deal
reason
with
I
your
walk
life.
slow. Like I
Yeah.
saunter because if I walk aggressively, it seems like I'm going to kick someone's ass.
Now,
Like I'm very mindful that like I'm bigger than most people, and that like some people are like triggered. I look like a guy that beat you up in high school.
Scott loves to get hugged.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
he's a
love
good
it.
hugger.
You're the best to hug.
Thank you.
Now, Lauren, as a hugger, are you going in first? Are you the?
Oh yeah, I
hugging
go over
aggressor?
the shoulder even if they're way taller than me, which is so annoying. And I just recently realized how annoying that was last year. But no, I always go above.
Yeah, but are you the one that is initiating the hug?
Not all the time, no. Like with strangers, I don't. I let the stranger initiate, like listeners that I don't know personally. But people I love, and yeah, I'm the first to grab them and stuff.
Yeah, you do go high.
I do. I hug everybody
realize
over
that.
the shoulder.
All right, if there was one celebrity you get a hug from,
Oh my god,
one celebrity could hug you.
Dom DeLuise.
Goldie Hawn, dude. Give me.
Oh, Dom DeLuise. Yes, I love Dom DeLuise.
Be a good hug, wouldn't
Be a
it?
great hug. that
Just
big-
him laughing. Like he had that big
Dom
open mouth
DeLuise.
laugh
And
while he's
alive.
hugging you. Yeah,
And
it'd be
alive-
alive.
and
You have to be
alive.
hugging his corpse right now.
And a live celebrity. Is there one celebrity you'd love to get a hug from?
Man, I'm trying to think of it. I
Ina
don't
Garten.
want to waste it. I'm really
the
thinking.
Barefoot Contessa?
Barefoot Contessa would be a good hug, dude.
I'd rather get a hug from Jeffrey.
I'm trying to block
sweet
out who I
Jeffrey.
want to meet versus who I think would be the best hugger.
I'm going to say Gal Gadot. I would love a good hug from her.
Why?
Nice.
Because her
'Cause
boobs
she's
are right at
gorgeous.
face
I want to hug
level.
her.
Because she's Wonder Woman, dude.
Yeah, I was
She's hot
thinking
and I
of,
want to hug her. What?
Well, okay.
It's Goldie Hawn 100%
All right, not creepy.
forever for me.
A non-creepy,
Okay.
just because you're a hot chick hug.
I want to hug Goldie Hawn because she is a hot chick. I think she's like motherly to me, and she's like my sweet angel, and I just love her. So, I feel like she would give a great hug, and she'd smell so good, and you'd become part of that family.
Surprised you didn't go with a dude.
But you guys are both the same
No.
size, and I bet you'd both go high.
I know.
Oh, that'd be
It'd be a
weird.
fight. It'd be a shoulder fight.
we do like, where do you want to go?
where we going?
I just-
Not you, you're me. We're each other.
Who you getting a hug from?
Man, I don't know. I'm trying to think about it. I mean, already checked off Garth Brooks. So
Who's gonna put you in his arms
Yeah.
or her arms and make you feel good?
I mean, I'm going to say it's a gal. So let me run down.
Okay.
Yeah, because if it was a guy, it'd be gay, right?
Oh,
yeah.
What? There's no
No.
gayness in that. Hug everyone.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oprah will probably give a good hug, dude. Oprah will bring you into.
And while you're that close to her, you just go, "Can I have some money?"
I want to know what
Yeah,
that
money,
rich
money.
smells like, too.
Can't ask for any money.
She pulls you into her bosom.
I do wonder what rich people smell like all the time. Like when I look at them, like, what does Oprah smell like?
So
Probably
is this-
great.
Smell like cash.
Is this an embrace
Chanel.
or is this a book signing?
It's
like
a hug.
I don't know. This
Another
is an
one in a line.
embrace,
This is a-
dude.
This is
Yeah,
an
this
embrace.
is an embrace.
This is yeah,
I kind of
but
would
not
like,
a sexual embrace.
No,
This is a
This
hug.
is a hug.
That's why I kind of want. I mean, Morgan Freeman would be a good hug, dude.
Morgan
He
Freeman.
pulls you in. He puts you on his shoulder, and he whispers, "Everything's gonna be all right." Man, just imagine him whispering like something. And if you're needing like to be comforted,
Nah.
a Morgan Freeman hug would be a good hug.
I don't know. I was listening to him on Armchair Expert getting interviewed, and he seemed a bit standoffish.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a little
Yeah.
bit.
And I was like, maybe he isn't as warm of a character as we all want him to be.
I don't think he is.
Well,
He's
if
not.
that's the case.
He also
Rumpier-
has that weird burn up hand now, so I may not want to
Yeah,
hug
He's
him.
got a weird burnt up hand.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got,
and
he
a car
can't
wreck.
use his.
He always has a glove on.
Oh no.
Can't. He always. Yeah, a black glove.
Car wreck with his mistress. By the way.
Dang.
If you get
Yeah,
a free,
with
if you get a free,
with a lady, not his wife, was in the car.
Oh Lord.
if you get
Oh,
a free
Lord.
hug from somebody and you want it to count, you go Harrison Ford because you know that guy hasn't hugged anybody for 40
Get
years.
out of my house.
Stop hugging me.
Dude, as far as voice goes, you know who I would want to hug from if he's going to say something? Keanu Reeves. I would love to hear
Yeah, me
Neo.
too.
Dude, I ain't hugging
anything.
anybody.
Honestly, man,
He won't touch
Yeah, he
you.
does.
I
Doesn't
just
wanna
put that
touch
in my stories the other day. There's a scene from 47 Ronin where he's like, I'd find you in 1,000 lives. I'd live 1,000 lives and search for you in 10,000 lifetimes or something like that. And I go,
So
I
hot.
believe him. When Keanu says it, I believe him. He wouldn't hug you, though, because he doesn't touch people. He'd
Yeah.
just give you he'd have
I
his
think-
hands like 2 feet, which you would love. That's who you should
Oh,
get a
I know.
hug from.
I love that he does. He never
Yeah.
touches anybody.
He would just go, you guys would give the invisible hug where you don't touch each other. And then he would do one cool John Wick move for you. And
There's
that
a
would make your
whole,
day.
thread on social media about the way if Keanu Reeves takes a picture with a fan, he never touches them.
Yeah, it's
like
great.
you'll see his hand. It'll look like if from the front.
Specifically women.
It'll look like from the front he's got his arm around you, but if you look from behind, he's not touching you.
And as a woman, when it came out about that, because it was specific to women, I loved it. Because I was like, and it's not that he was trying to make a big deal out of it. Somebody else made a big deal out of it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think that's so respectful
For,
and
for
lovely.
the last few years, I think most of us have been making sure that our hands are.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been pictures that put you in a certain scenario, and I
Hands
just do
are up.
this. I literally just do this, like I'm showing my hands to the camera.
I think my hug from a celebrity would have to be from somebody a bit larger.
Okay.
Oh, you want to be held?
Oh.
Jeff
Like
Bridges.
a real, yeah. If we're doing
Give me a hug.
he'd be too muscular.
No way, that'd be awesome.
Arnold giving you a
The
hug.
Rock?
There's no
Arnold,
softness.
that's my vote.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Yeah, no. I think you guys are
There's
missing
no-
a big one here.
There's no softness to it. Who?
Liam Neeson would be awesome.
Liam
That'd be
Neeson
very
would be
fatherly.
A sad, yeah.
That'd be a great one, and or the Hulkster, dude. One of the two. I'd love that.
Too muscular.
What? No,
That'd be great.
A Hulkster.
that guy's no.
Terry Jean,
Terry,
get over here and hug your mama.
But no, Liam Neeson would be awesome. That'd be like a grandpa just.
I have a very
Loving on
particular
you.
set of skills. One of them is embracing.
Yeah, who's a portly
John Goodman.
John Goodman? He's lost.
No,
his
he's
weight.
lost
weight.
the weight.
Jack Nicholson.
Joy Behar.
A lot of
Oh.
skin.
Who's gonna give a good?
Jelly Roll would give a good.
Paul
Sam
Blart.
Elliott.
Think
Sam
of-
Elliott to give you a manly hug.
Kevin James.
Let's go to
Kevin
dead people.
James.
Let's go to dead. Like, I would have loved to have hugged Chris Farley.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
He would have been one to roll on the ground
I think
and
he's like
just
Joey.
love on.
Yeah, he would
Video
have
Joey.
Joey'd you,
Break your back.
squeezed you.
Yeah, he'd be too
Hey,
aggressive.
I bet a Rudd hug feels good.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah. He's little. He'd have to go over my shoulder. I'd pick him up because he get caught in that.
He'd
When you
wrap
have
his
an
legs around you.
He's an over-the-shoulder hugger too, I bet. And when you get a short, over-the-shoulder hugger, you get caught in that bent-over position where my first inclination is to pick him up
Yeah.
because it's easier just for me to stand up straight, finish the hug, give a good hug for both people, and put them back down.
Gordon Ramsay.
No.
It would mean something.
Bourdain? Yes.
Anthony Bourdain. No.
Kevin Spacey
Not
gives
Anthony
really
Bourdain
nice
would be a
hugs.
terrible hug.
He would love to hug me. I think he would love to hug women.
Anthony Bourdain is not hugging anybody.
Oh, yes, he is. In my head, he hugs me every night.
Have you ever hugged a stranger because they look like they could use one? Like, hey, you could use a hug.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I could
sure.
picture Rafe doing that. A stranger?
Yeah, I mean, like if there's been
Fans or something.
yeah, somebody will be telling you something and they become emotional and you kind of just sense like, hey, this would help this moment. This would help this person. This would help the
Well,
attention.
okay,
You know.
okay. In our job, we talk to people. Okay, I'm just saying somebody like that. Hey, you look like you need a hug, not because you know their story, like they lost a loved one or
Right.
they give you some sob story.
Right,
You look
okay.
at somebody, you go,
Oh
"Hi,
my
man.
gosh.
Hey, you look like you could need a hug.
Yeah, it's
like,
pervy.
You could use a hug.
Yeah, I don't think I've done
Never.
that. No.
Never.
I've asked somebody, hey, you okay? I've done that, but I haven't gone in for like, hey, do you need me to touch you? Like,
You've never had somebody say, "Hey, you look like you need a hug." I've had somebody ask me.
no.
that
Well,
you
that-
need.
That's because I'm always smiling.
That was me this morning.
Someone asked
You
you
look
if you
like-
needed one.
That was
I
me
needed a
this
hug
morning.
for body warmth.
I know.
Knowing you, I mean, this is out of respect. Like like when we all get together on the weekends and stuff, and like, I wait for you to instigate the hug because I know that you are not somebody who wants that.
I force it on you.
Yeah.
I like to force it on you.
I know.
I like to immediately assert.
I know. It's noted.
I know. I could tell.
Speaking of, all right, hug and comfort. We all have our favorite shows, and with streaming, we can watch anything at any time. Mm-hmm. After a long day, sometimes you need that comfort show. What is your favorite comfort show? Hold on to it, and I'll ask you after Crap on Celebrities. What's your favorite comfort show? Like, man, I've had it. I know when I put this on, my stress kind of goes away. I have one.
Yeah, I got one.
All right, today is January the 21st, back in the day. 1959, Carl Switzer, who played Alfalfa on Little Rascals, was shot and killed by a former business partner during an argument over $50.
Whoa.
Gosh.
Hey,
The Barber
you better
of
watch it
Seville.
February 1st.
I know. 59 years ago, 1966, George Harrison married his first wife, Patty Boyd. Now, the two met on the set of the movie A Hard Day's Night. She left him in the 70s for Eric Clapton. And in her autobiography, which is called Wonderful Tonight, Patty says that while she was still married to George, Eric showed up at their home one night drunk. George handed him a guitar and took one up himself, and they proceeded to engage in a 2-hour guitar duel for Patty's honor.
Oh, my God.
And she was the judge?
What?
That
All
was
right,
in
boys.
her book. It's notorious. I think Patty Boyd has the most hit songs written about her.
Yeah. She's a cutie.
And Eric Clapton, who was George Harrison's best friend, stole the wife, stole her. And she says in her book that they did a 2-hour guitar duel for her honor.
Can I just say,
And Eric Clapton won.
that's one of the lamest things I've ever heard. Like, that made both guys go down in my...
Really?
Oh, man.
Oh, no way.
To be, I'm going to have a guitar, like, for them to be like,
I'm with you.
that's the lamest thing.
My manly
It's
metric.
two
you
of
want
the
him to have a
greatest
sla-
musicians
You
of
want to
all
have him a
time.
slap
Who
fight?
cares? That's,
And you're in
No,
the
I
living
love it.
room, and I'm just hot Patty Boyd. Like,
I love it.
Bring it.
all right. It's time to settle this once and for all.
They're not fighters, dude. They're lovers. You know
But
what?
apparently not. They're guitar players. I'd have stood up and gone, I'm going to let this kid play with his fiddle. You and me, let's go to the bedroom.
Not bad. Devil went down to Georgia with it. That's
Yeah.
really
Charlie
dumb.
Daniels just shows up.
I think it's cool as hell.
That's dorky.
41 years ago, 1984, the great Jackie Wilson, who sang Higher and Higher and Lonely Teardrops.
Dude.
And had all his dance moves basically stolen by Michael Jackson. He died of a heart attack at the age of 49.
He had a sad ending, too.
Heart attack.
I think that was like he was in the hospital and was getting robbed by his record company. Man, I watched something the other day and I was like, this dude, it's like the most uplifting song in the world.
Higher and Higher?
If that song comes on and you're in
Your
a bad
love.
mood, dude,
That's the Ghostbusters song.
and it was
Ghostbusters
the
2
perfect
song.
choice for that song, for like what's going to activate the slime to make it happy. That was whoever chose that song nailed it. Because that song comes on and you're in a bad mood, you're just like, you know what? I think things are going to be all right.
But he died.
It's really good.
He died like alone with people.
I think because he was like,
only 49.
his like
49.
record label was like robbing him and making him go on tour and then charging him. He was trying to earn money to pay them back, but they were stealing from him. It was terrible.
When I first heard this, I thought it was Tina Turner.
But they say that Michael Jackson basically stole all his dance moves.
Did Tina Turner do a version of this?
Wow.
Because the version in Ghostbusters is not this, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought it was this version.
Bruce Springsteen did a cover. Bette Midler did a cover. Michael McDonald did a cover.
Oh, great tune, right?
Yeah, dude. September 25th, 1975, Wilson suffered a heart attack while performing Lonely Teardrops at the Latin Casino in New Jersey.
Ew.
Heart attack left him in a coma with severe brain damage. He remained in a semi-comatose state for almost 8 years.
Oh my!
Then
gosh.
died at age 49 in
Whoa.
1984.
Oh, he had a heart attack at 41?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And he had a health condition and he was on the road because his record company was robbing him. They were stealing from him, but then saying they'd loan, because they basically loaned, he lived very much like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson stole his whole, he lived very like, he took a $2 million advance and he lived very like extravagantly. Didn't do well with his money.
Do you have a monkey?
And I don't know if he had a monkey, but he had, he was like, it was crazy, man. I was reading it the other day and it was like, they basically were just like, you owe us all this money, so you have to tour forever. But as he was touring to pay them back, they were stealing from the tour and then making him pay them on top of the money they were stealing. So he was just never going to get square with them. He was like hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. And then he had a heart attack, and then they could barely afford his hospital bill. I know. For the
Lonely Teardrops is a great song,
great
too.
song, dude.
35 years ago, 1990, MTV Unplugged premieres. And the first artist to be played on MTV Unplugged was... Oh, come on. I think every year I ask this question.
Yes,
I know, and I
Bubbles.
never get it
Year.
right. Four Non-Blondes?
No.
Wait,
Is
what
it
did you
in
say? The
living
first
color?
one on MTV?
MTV Unplugged.
Oh, Unplugged. Oh, this is
1990, MTV Unplugged premieres. Now,
It's pretty nondescript.
it is a gal, right?
no.
Is it
The
guns?
band?
The first episode,
Hang on, man. Hang on. Why have we been asked this
A million times.
every year?
It's never who we
Mariah
think it is
Carey.
either.
no. 1990.
Yeah.
It's not
10,000
Nirvana.
Maniacs.
No. This band had one hit that we would all know.
Milli Vanilli.
It's
Oh, my God,
always
Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli had like 3 hits.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then not Unplugged.
Oh.
Because they didn't
I
sing.
thought they were
What? Can you give us another
Oh.
hint? Can you give us a country of origin, please?
I don't know where they're from. They're probably English.
Is it an alternative song? Like a
This song
grunge
was
song?
a big song from a movie.
Which movie?
If I say the movie,
Well, you need to
Male
help
or
us.
female singer
male.
Movie.
Male singer.
from a 1990 movie?
It's a
movie.
group.
Okay. Boys to
I don't know if the movie was 1990. It was definitely a 90s movie.
Was a
The movie was directed by Ben Stiller.
Something about Mary?
No.
Cable guy.
Look it up later. Oh.
Not cable.
Give us the movie. Nobody.
Reality Bites.
Reality Bites.
No.
Was that a Ben Stiller directed movie? I think it was.
I did not know that.
I could be.
Oh, no.
Damn it. The band is Squeeze, by the way. Squeeze.
Oh,
Squeeze,
screw
of
it.
course.
Yeah.
Squeeze.
Yeah, forget it. I don't need to know that. That's why.
it's always anticlimactic.
Yeah,
every year.
It's always boo.
Yeah, we want it to be somebody else.
Reality Bites was directed by Ben Stiller.
Okay, we got that right.
And they
Can we
are
substitute-
English.
Can we substitute?
No, but that's the reality of
Yeah,
it.
but
Squeeze.
let's create
Tempted
our
was
own
Reality
reality.
indeed bites.
Yeah.
Remember the song Tempted by the Fruit of Another?
Oh, that's Squeeze?
Squeeze.
And we thought it was a cover.
This is getting
Right?
worse.
That's a Mandela effect.
And Reality Bites was
That's-
directed
yeah.
by Ben Stiller.
I just tempted by the fruit of. I feel like it's a Tracy Chapman song that got covered by Squeeze, but I know it's not.
Squeeze.
Some other reality it is.
So the first season had Aerosmith and Elton John all on Unplugged. The series stands out from basically everything else on MTV because it did something unique. Rather than simply being a network that played, hits, MTV was now creating hits. Eric Clapton's Unplugged album in '92 sold 26 million copies and is the best-selling live album ever. And then you got Mariah Carey Unplugged. The Jackson 5 did an Unplugged thing. Obviously Nirvana and Alice in Chains.
Jay-Z. Did you say
That's
that?
right, yeah, Jay-Z.
That was like a big deal when he did it. He was like the first rapper to do
Yeah.
an Unplugged, and he killed it.
31 years ago, 1994, Lorena Bobbitt found not guilty by reason of insanity for chopping off her husband's junk.
Crazy.
And John Bobbitt would later make several fine films, including John Wayne Bobbitt's Uncut and Frankenpenis.
And Frank. Yes.
Man, not to backtrack,
The world is a comedy,
but here's
right?
a nice little factoid.
Oh, yeah.
Elvis Presley paid Jackie Wilson's medical bills before he died. That's wild. That's just a wild little
You just read that or you
factoid.
know that? You
I just
found
read
that
it.
out?
I just
Jackie Wilson died in '84, so I guess.
But he went into a
would-
coma in
That's right.
75.
Wow.
Wow.
When did Elvis die?
like 78,
77.
77. So he when he went into the coma, Elvis was like, I'll cover his bills, and the estate of Elvis Presley covered him all the way till his death.
Whoa.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
15 years ago in 2010, the Toyota recall crisis hit an additional 2.3 million vehicles that were recalled. Why? Do you remember?
Brakes.
This is 2010.
Brakes was one of them, because there is a recording.
The big one is the accelerator got stuck.
That's what it was.
Oh, my.
The accelerator got stuck.
The accelerator got stuck.
And the brakes didn't work. Yeah. There is a terrifying 911 call recording of a guy with his family and like a I don't remember what car going like 100 miles an hour.
Well, do you
and
remember
cannot
why
get
it
the car
was?
to stop.
The floor mats were getting stuck on the accelerator.
Oh.
Oh, I thought it was a mechanical thing.
No, so the first recall impacted 4.2 million vehicles. It started 2 months earlier, with the floor mats being blamed for the problem. The January recall was for cars with accelerator pedals that were getting stuck even without the floor mats. And 5 years ago today, in 2020, the first confirmed case of the vid was found in the U.S., the COVID. That was 5 years ago today. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Cordell and Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. REM's Michael Stipe is urging a boycott of Instagram and Facebook's parent company Meta to protest the company that he says is, quote, helping advance the far right in America. Outlining the Lights Out campaign that asks Meta users to log out for a week.
One whole week, huh?
Michael Stipe
That'll show him.
shared his thoughts on the socials. He says, I'll be logged off for a week. Please consider doing the same so corporations like Meta can imagine there might be consequences for helping the advance of the far right in America and worldwide, end quote. The Black Eyed Peas.
Again, that'll show him.
The Black Eyed Peas was scheduled to perform 15 shows at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino starting in February, but they vaguely have canceled their residency due to what they're saying is current circumstances.
Is Fergie with them anymore?
I think so, yeah. I feel like it's everyone.
I know. I saw a press photo. It was just the three dudes.
Three
They
dudes.
put out a press release, and the reason for it is current circumstances.
Current circumstances.
Wow.
Very vague.
huh?
Have we backed it into vague?
Well,
land?
they
What?
hired the King Scott
Vague marketing campaign.
vague marketing
No, I mean,
company.
they are one step.
Keep everybody on their toes.
They are one step away from hiring somebody to say just because.
Just because.
Yeah.
No
well,
comment,
hey,
no
hey,
time.
don't give away his next tagline.
I know, dude. That company.
He worked
is
hard on that.
Yeah,
just
Q1.
because.
He stayed up all night writing that press release.
I'm very angry.
We're working with Will.i.am.
Weezer covered Toto's Africa back in 2018, and Toto guitarist Steve Lukather doesn't think that Rivers Cuomo even likes the song, saying, quote, I think he did it to take the piss out of it, and it blew up in his face, and now he's got to play it every night. I tried to reach out to this guy, and he was friendly, and be friendly, and then it just got weird. I don't
He's a
want to get
weird
into
dude.
it.
You
He
ever
was-
interview that guy?
Rivers?
Yeah.
No. He's
I got
strange?
to once. He is very odd. It was very odd.
He seems like such a sweet guy.
And Steve is rad.
Well, yeah, Steve Lukather's
Steve
cool.
is hysterical.
Never interviewed him, but Rivers
He's-
Cuomo had a really awkward kind of like we both.
Yeah.
I wanted to be there. He clearly didn't. Then it turned into we both didn't want to be there.
Strange.
From what I know of those two guys, it's not a friendship that's meant to happen.
No.
Well,
They're
Steve
very nice
Lukather
people.
seems very outgoing.
He's
and
very direct. He's very
brash and
outgoing.
direct, and seems very nice. And a guy I would like to hang out with.
Yeah.
Rivers Cuomo seems like a person I would not get along with.
Interesting. I have to go back and go down a rabbit hole. I don't think I've ever watched Rivers Cuomo be interviewed before.
Very soft-spoken, one-word answers, very difficult.
Oh, no. Guys, I know you're on the edge of your seats about Zach Bryan new music, and here's the deal. We have a timeline. Zach Bryan is a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles, and he promised to release a new song if they win again this upcoming weekend. In a social media post, Zach Bryan says, if the Birds win the NFC, my new song, Blue Jean Baby, will be out Sunday night.
Get ready to hear Blue Jean Baby.
It was written and recorded in Philly. The post also included a preview of the track, and the Eagles play the Commanders next week. And he said he would, release new music. So I guess this is where we're at. Where teams have to win to hear new music
Is
from
this a
Zach
country
Bryan.
artist or a new country artist?
Zach Bryan.
Zach Bryan.
He's big.
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
a big star.
I know, but I'm saying, are we using drums? Or are we using drum
He's kind of
machine?
in between. He's kind of one of those Came from alternative, what I would call Americana, and has kind of crossed over.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. And rest in peace, a couple of them here. So John Sykes of Thin Lizzy and Whitesnake died at the age of 65 from cancer. John Sykes appeared on Thin Lizzy's harder 1983 album Thunder and Lightning and the group's finale with Phil Lynott. Sykes also then joined Whitesnake for a 2 album in the mid-'80s, Slide It In. He also co-wrote Is This Love from Whitesnake. So again, rest in peace to John Sykes, dead at the age of 65. And then also Bob Kuban, the St. Louis musician.
Yeah.
And Bob Kuban and the Inman. Died Monday after stroke complications. He was 84. I understand that he has a personal tie to this radio program.
He played the Riz Show stage at Point Fest one year.
Nice.
Yeah, we got the 2SG open for him.
No, he opened for the 2SG.
I vaguely remember this.
Well, yeah, that's right. Forgot we were.
He was a very nice man.
More
and,
prominent.
Known for the 1966 pop hit, The Cheater. Here, during his long career, Bob Kuban performed alongside Chuck Berry, Ike and Tina Turner, Little Richard, The Four Tops, The Temptations, The Beach Boys, and more. Started his life in North St. Louis County, the son of a secretary and milkman. He would go on to describe himself as a, quote, North County guy.
A couple of sexy parents, a secretary and a milkman. Wow.
He was a drummer, very nice man.
Yeah, super nice.
R.I.P. Bob Kuban.
Rest in peace.
You're good.
He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Really?
Yeah, because of the song.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
That is cool.
The Cheater climbed 1966 to number 12 on the Billboard charts. Bob Kuban and the Inman appeared on American Bandstand with Dick Clark. The song was a number 1 in Australia. He had another job as a music teacher and a band director at Bishop DeBerg, where he worked until 1970. Kuban and his band made 2 other top hits, The Teaser and a cover of the Beatles song Drive My Car. In 2015, he was inducted into the St. Louis Classic Rock Hall of Fame.
Oh.
And so if he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you said that right? Does that mean the 2SG should be in because he opened for us?
Come on, let's not sully the Kuban name.
Okay, I was just asking a question.
But R.I.P. Bob Kuban and yeah, nice man.
Yes.
That's great. 84.
84.
In TV news, after what seems like forever, the second season of the Yellowstone prequel series 1923 is officially on the way. Season 2 is going to premiere next month. Fans of the series will finally get to see Spencer Dutton return to his family in Montana. And then a new trailer that you can check out online debuted. So people are excited. I will destroy everything they fought for, one man says, referring to the Duttons. So it's going to be a pretty intense season.
I have yet to see a program.
February 23rd, Paramount Plus.
Would I like it, honestly? Is this something I should get into?
This is 1923.
Please, somebody tell me. Should I get into Yellowstone?
No.
This is the prequel.
I think you would like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the reason he didn't start Dexter is because he heard about the bad ending.
Oh, yeah.
Yellowstone has seasons of bad ending.
Do you understand my thing with Dexter, though?
I do understand your thing, and that's why I'm telling you, don't do Yellowstone.
Start Landman. It's new.
It's good.
It's pretty good. And then you could just be disappointed along with everyone else.
Moon knows what I like.
And he's
Landman. Is
grumpy.
that, have you
Haven't
started
seen it.
watching that?
Haven't seen it. I'm just telling you, Yellowstone is good
like
enough
it.
good enough to cruise, and then bad enough to abort.
You know my whole Dexter thing, right?
You're Billy Bob Thornton in this movie, dude. He's just like a curmudgeon-y,
Oh, it's a movie?
or not
it's a
movie, the
show.
series.
Yeah.
He's just
He's
like the guy that runs, he does the land leases for an oil company. He's just like an old curmudgeonly guy.
My whole thing with Dexter is everybody. It's notorious for having one of the worst series endings of all time.
Yeah. First 3 seasons, though, are
Okay, and
pretty
I hear
good.
they're great, but knowing that it's all leading up to garbage
Yeah, it's tough.
is tough. I'll be honest with you. I didn't love the ending of Breaking Bad.
Oh, it's a shame. I love that ending.
Really?
I didn't love it. I didn't love it. I thought it was
great.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay.
You're not an ending kind of guy. What did you feel about Seinfeld's
I
ending?
thought it was okay.
Huh.
I didn't complain about it.
I thought it was better than okay. I didn't think
thought it was
the
okay.
greatest, but I was like, oh.
What about Saved by the
like that.
Bell? That was,
Saved by the Bell, where they all
The college years?
where they all got arrested.
they all got arrested,
Yes.
I
right?
think I appreciate it about
Because
the
Zach
Seinfeld
was
ending.
burying bodies.
Yes.
Because he knew that all sitcom endings are bad. So he tried to not make a big deal of it.
Well, and they
They
made
still didn't nail it, but at least he set out not to nail it.
But you know what? The Curb Your Enthusiasm, they made up for every bad feeling.
Still haven't watched that.
How I Met Your... Did you ever watch How I Met Your Mother?
Yes. I thought that was
Wonderful
okay.
Oh. See, you can't be impressed.
I can't.
You cannot be impressed. You're
What
so,
ending did I
You're
like?
so upset that it's over that you cannot be impressed.
I thought the Game of Thrones ending was okay.
6 Feet Under's ending is the best.
It wasn't Cheers an awesome ending where he like turned the light.
That was a great. I thought that was a great ending.
Yeah.
What other show? I thought The Sopranos. I
Frasier.
thought that was an okay ending too.
All right. All right. All right.
All right.
It can be done.
Yeah. Kind of.
In other TV news, Ted Lasso Season 4 hasn't officially been confirmed, but Nick Mohammed, who plays the assistant coach Nate Shelley, has stirred up excitement among fans about a possible return. He posted a video on X explaining that some of the show dates for the Show Pony tour had to be rescheduled. So here is Nick Mohammed announcing that he had to move Show Pony tour dates due to filming.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah.
I know there'll be a lot of speculation as to why have you moved these dates, what is it for? I'll be honest, it is for some filming that I've not been able to shift for love no money. I cannot say what that filming is, but it will be announced shortly. In the meantime, I would really appreciate if people just didn't speculate as to what they think it might be, okay? It's the last thing I want is for people to be going mad.
Was that Morgan Freeman?
Who is it? Was that
He's
the guy?
the one that
That's
plays
the dude that was
He
the
plays
towel boy?
Nate, the assistant coach.
Yes.
Oh,
Nate.
my God, that's what he sounds like.
That's what he really sounds like.
So he didn't reveal what the filming was for, but he did give fans a big clue when he briefly held up the iconic Believe sign from Ted Lasso. So now everybody is going, oh my God, Season 4, here it comes. That's what's going on. Guys, Bradley Cooper, do you know who he's dating?
No.
Irina Schenk.
No.
He did that thing where he kind of
Black.
overexposed himself, and I think all of us went, I think I'm done seeing this guy's face for a minute.
Yeah.
I thought he was dating the Russian model.
He's not dating her anymore. He is dating a model. I didn't know he was dating Gigi Hadid until this morning when I read this headline.
Bradley Cooper's dating a model? What?
I know. Can you believe that?
I'm happy for him.
What
I'm
kind of
happy
world
for
is
him.
this?
Good for him.
So Bradley Cooper, who is 50, and Gigi Hadid, who is 29.
He, by the way, opened up a Philly cheesesteak.
He did?
Yeah, he's got a Philly cheesesteak
Why not?
food truck.
And he serves the Philly cheesesteaks? This is awesome.
I don't know if he's serving them
He better
himself, but he has been known to be behind the counter.
To eat a cheesesteak.
Is he from Philly? I don't know
He
anything
has
about
been
him.
known to
Eat cheesesteaks.
own a cheese
That's like his thing.
That's so cool.
cheesesteak.
Anyway,
truck.
Anyway, so these two have been, I guess, dating since October of 2023, and we've all been out of the loop. And, they are in no rush to get engaged. It is a serious romance, and people were questioning, are they going to take it to the next level? And no, they're not. So if you've been
Okay.
wondering that, it's not happening.
Rafe, you owe me $50.
2 first names.
I didn't know about that. I watched the inauguration yesterday, and I didn't know Theo Vaughn was there, but he was, and he suffered an embarrassing incident during the inauguration of President Trump after the chair he was sitting in collapsed. So there's a video streaming online where
He was leaning back in his chair, I believe.
Probably so. And he also has a suit on, and his hair is combed in a certain way. He just looks way too
Out of his element.
out of his element. Yeah.
Was this for content, you think?
No, he was there with the Paul brothers. And,
Yeah.
Conor
Conor
McGregor.
Because he looked genuinely shocked at first.
So he was sitting in a row in front of all these fighters, tumbled backward without warning. Attendees in the surrounding seats, including Logan's brother, Jake Paul, reacted with shock. Some were annoyed by the disruption, obviously. And so somebody shushed the group, and Logan was asking if Theo was okay, declares that he predicted an accident like this would occur because he was out of his element. Like, what's he doing here in the suit?
I think he was leaning back his chair and it kind of slipped out. We were at a restaurant a couple weeks ago and a kid at the table next to me was leaning back his chair and the chair went whoop
Yeah.
and big crash. And
Riz enjoyed.
I did thoroughly. The kid wasn't hurt. And my wife goes, "You gonna help the kid?" I go, "He's fine.
It happens to everybody.
Kid's helping himself.
He's fine. He's got parents." This was like a 9-year-old kid.
Yeah.
He's got parents. What am I gonna do?
Here comes Rizzuto to save the day.
What am I gonna do?
And finally, celebrity height. We talk about it on this show from time to time. Lots of people, when we post photos, like we were all at the Blues game last week, and people were commenting on the height of the characters of this show. People are interested in height and expectations. And so I have a few people that I'm going to compare to you and see if you can get it right. So I'm going to go around the room. So Riz, I'm going to start with you. Between Jada Pinkett Smith and Sabrina Carpenter, who do you think is taller out of those two ladies?
I don't know Sabrina Carpenter that well, but I know Jada Pinkett has got to be, because she came to the studio once when she was on Ozfest.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
She had
With her
that
metal
band,
band?
Wicked Wisdom.
Oh, Lord.
We got to interview her.
Get Red Table talked?
This is before that.
Way before that.
Way before that. She's short.
Is
I'm gonna
she
say-
taller than Sabrina Carpenter,
I don't
though?
really know Sabrina Carpenter. I'm going to say, though, Jada Pinkett is shorter.
And I will say the opposite.
Okay, that is correct. Jada Pinkett Smith is 4'11".
4'11".
Dang.
Sabrina Carpenter is 5 feet tall. So
Okay.
only by a little.
Dang.
Okay, Moon. Dolly Parton or Kristen Chenoweth? Who is taller?
Oh, Kristen Chenoweth is tiny.
Mhm. So
I
is
will
Dolly,
say-
though.
Nah, nobody's
Maybe.
tinier
Let the
than,
boobies fool you.
than Kristen Chenoweth.
Kristen Chenoweth is smaller. She's 4'11". Dolly Parton is 5 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
It's just
Rafe.
tiny people.
Yes.
Rhea Perlman or her husband, Danny DeVito.
Oh, man.
Is
tinier?
taller.
Oh,
who's
dude.
taller? Who's tinier?
Danny is shorter.
That is correct. He's,
He's
4
not even.
foot 10.
Okay, I was about to say he's not 5 foot.
And Rhea is 5 feet, exactly. King Scott, Anita Baker or Kourtney Kardashian? Who is taller?
I'm going to go, who's taller? I'm going to say Kourtney Kardashian.
You are correct.
Who is
She's
it-
5 feet.
Who's Anita Baker?
The singer.
Anita Baker, 4'11".
I thought it was somebody that was hungry.
Itty bitty. Okay, back to Riz.
Quick.
The late Leslie Jordan
Hate you.
or Rachel Dratch? Two
Oh,
comedians.
Rachel Dratch is tiny.
Yeah, but is she smaller than Leslie Jordan?
I don't know who that is.
Leslie Jordan is this hilarious man who passed away a couple years ago.
Very upbeat, effeminate man.
Yeah.
Can I see a picture of Leslie
Oh,
Oh,
Jordan?
please
man.
pull up Leslie Jordan. I loved him online
Leslie
and I miss
Jordan.
him dearly.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a good
yeah, I
online
remember him.
presence.
He was on Friends or something?
I don't know.
He was on a
I
lot
started
of
following him
stuff.
online.
No,
He's just
he
a
was
comedian.
on another show in a nursing home. I can't remember the name of it.
Okay, I'm going to go Rachel Dratch.
Rachel Dratch is taller or smaller?
Smaller.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Leslie Jordan, 4'11". Rachel Dratch, 5 feet.
Will and Grace.
And then finally, the last one, Moon Valjean.
Yes.
Lil Kim, the rapper, or Snooki from Jersey Shore? Who is taller? Lil
False
Kim.
advertising if it's not Lil Kim.
Yeah. I'll go with, I take her at her word that she is indeed Lil Kim.
So you think she is the smaller of the two?
Yes.
Incorrect.
Oh,
Snooki is 4'8".
What a disaster. I'm going home.
Lil Kim is only
4'8".
4'11", though. Yeah.
4'8".
Look up,
Oh, my goodness.
look up Zelda Rubinstein.
Zelda Rubinstein.
Common spelling?
Zelda Rubinstein.
Rubenstein.
Okay. Oh, yeah, from
Oh,
Poltergeist?
yeah.
Yeah, from
Yes.
Poltergeist.
I loved
That's
her.
a tiny woman.
That's a very tiny
Yeah.
woman. Is she still living?
No.
she
Hold me
died.
closer, Zelda Rubinstein.
You know Zelda Rubinstein?
Her
Oh,
little
yeah.
voice,
Yeah.
too, was cute.
It's clear.
Vern Troyer.
Or Zelda Rubinstein. How tall was she?
Let's see.
4'3"?
I'm assuming it's going to say her.
Dinklage versus Troyer. Who's
4'3".
taller?
Oh, Vern Troyer was
Oh, Vern
smaller.
Troyer was tiny.
Zelda's 4'3", or was.
4'3".
Oh, my goodness.
How tall was Vern? 2'8".
2'8".
Damn.
You know, Poltergeist was her first major film role.
She freaked me out in that movie, man.
Me
I didn't
too.
like how calm she was talking to the closet.
Yeah, 4'3", due to a deficiency in the anterior pituitary gland, which produces a growth hormone. Let's see. She says, well, I can't say that word because that's not the preferred nomenclature, are societally handicapped. They have about 2 minutes to present themselves as equals, and if they don't take advantage of that chance, then people fall back on their common assumption that less is less. That's what she said about being a very short-statured person. Celebrity
Thank you.
celebrating a birthday today, Boo Boo Stewart. 2 first names. This is the telepathic werewolf Seth in the Twilight movies, also in Descendants. And he
Who's not a first name?
What?
That's
Who
why
is
I
this?
questionably said
No.
You said Boo Boo Smith?
Boo Boo
Boo
Stewart.
One first name.
He was 10 when he was also one of the kids dancing in the Eminem video "Just Lose It."
He's handsome.
Boo Boo Stewart is 31. Luke Grimes is 41. Emma Bunton, also known
one of the
as
Spice Girls.
which one?
Emma, that is Baby Spice.
Baby Spice is 49. Charlotte Ross from NYPD Blue is 57. Hakeem Olajuwon, basketball legend, is 62. Gina Davis is 69 years old. Robbie Benson, he is Billy Joe McAllister in the 1976 cinematic classic Ode to Billy Joe. Is also the voice of Beast in the Beauty and the Beast animated from Disney. Robbie Benson is 69. Billy Ocean is 75. Placido Domingo, one of the three tenors, and the Man in the Moon in Moulin Rouge, is 84. And Jack Nicklaus, possibly the greatest golfer of all time. People argue about Tiger. Jack Nicklaus is 85 years old. This dude won 18 majors.
Yeah.
Tiger has won 15.
Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Siobhan Hunter. And today's birthday girl has been in 173 fine films, including Bedroom with Thighs, The Best Little Whorehouse in Hong Kong, The Bitch is Back, Cheating American Style, Crocodile Blondie, Debbie Does
Dallas. Dishes. Oh, dishes, of course, yes.
The Erotic Adventures of Chi-Chi Chan, Girls Just Want to Have Girls, Nudes at 11, The Return of Indiana Jones, and Who Could Forget a Role? In 1988's Scott's favorite, The Princess of Penetration.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. He will not stop talking about that in the break room.
Siobhan Hunter
really
is
awesome.
61 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, I asked you guys before, crap on celebrities, what is your favorite comfort show? So you could put this thing on if you're in a bad mood and just go, okay. I've got at least, a half hour for all my whatevers to melt away. What's your show?
I was thinking about this, and I want to say like something like The Simpsons or, just some like basic comedy. But I want to say Game of Thrones gives me this very
That's
comforted...
a comfort show?
Dude.
There's so much going on with that.
I know, and
the head's getting cut off.
Here's why. It's because my wife and I share it, and it's like this very shared fun experience that we've had 3 times together. We used to do it like every October. We'd start it and do it through the winter, and it's just like this really nice, comforting relationship thing that we share. So I'm going to stick with that for my answer.
Me and the wife like to kick back, start a fire, and watch Theo Greyjoy's penis get delivered in a box
right.
to his family.
It is comforting.
You like what you
What the hell
like.
is wrong with you, man?
I am as God made me, sir.
There is a wrong answer, and that is it. Let me guess yours.
Go.
Learn. I'm going to guess Learns. If I were to go around guessing which one, I would have said The Simpsons for you, but
No points for you.
You are wrong.
The Office.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
If this would have
you're
been
not
10
good at
years
this.
ago, yes. But I am seasonal. So, like, right now, my comfort show is 6 Feet Under, watching it just on repeat. It used to be Sex and the
6
City,
Feet
too.
Under?
See, we're vibing.
I love
here.
being
What's
part of the
wrong with you
Fisher
guys?
family. I like
That is
that
Game of
family.
Thrones and 6 Feet Under is not the same, by the way.
Well,
yeah, it's still
Well,
still
somebody
in the, it's
dies
still
every
in the
episode
neighborhood.
in 6 Feet
Yeah,
Under.
but it's very like
It's dark comedy.
When I say
it's
comfort
a
show,
comedy, at least.
I'm thinking like, hey, I put it on. It's on Netflix.
Frasier.
And Frasier, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
6 Feet Under, for me, I love that family. The character archetypes are perfect. So there's something for everything. Like, if I'm sad, it's great. If I'm happy, it's great. It's
Golden Girls is a comfort show.
Yeah, but when you're watching those, you're just watching the script. Like,
Can't wait for the
don't
new
you
one.
But
just
I know, but
Yeah.
don't
so
you just see
mine
the
is what?
script?
Seinfeld.
Right.
Yeah.
I know it all. I know I could rely on my friends
sure.
George and
Yeah.
Jerry and Elaine and Kramer.
You know what the
Seinfeld's
problem
a
is?
good one.
It was The Office when it was on Netflix 10 years ago. I don't want Peacock. Every time I try to get Peacock
Turn
to
on
get The
Comedy
Office,
Central. It's on. They
I
run
don't have cable. I don't have Michael. I love Michael Scott.
What is
but I
Rafe's?
Ooh.
What is Rafe's comfort show?
Girls.
Are you asking me or are you asking
No,
them?
I'm asking the room.
Oz.
Man, that's a hard watch, dude.
Sopranos. Hoarders.
Man, what would be his?
Although I will say Hoarders is up there for me. Like, I love watching
Yeah.
the show
Makes
Hoarders.
you feel better about yourself.
It really does. It really does.
I can see that.
It's
There's
like a
something special
warm-
about it. I'm gonna say WWE.
What is
Oh, I know. Rafe's is Baby Reindeer, for sure.
Yeah. Never seen it.
Oh, you never saw that?
It's a sitcom.
Yeah, I assume that's the world we're living in here. It's like something you put on in the background that's like comforting. That like you don't necessarily have to be actively watching.
I know
I'm
what
gonna
it
try,
is.
I'm gonna try to pare down here. So it's a sitcom from the 90s.
Family Matters.
It's probably it straddles the millennia.
Is it Friends?
No.
Dinosaurs.
Hell no.
To me,
Well,
it was like
I would have been very surprised.
I was thinking 70s like midnight special. Like you just turn that on.
What-
and
what do
it
you-
just
turn
tears
it on.
you
Guy.
away.
I do get
You
on
have a guess?
YouTube and watch those things.
That's not a sitcom.
I don't know.
Sitcom.
I'll go with one of the old schools. I'll say Seinfeld as well.
That is in the rotation.
What is it?
30 Rock.
30 Rock.
Great show.
Yep.
I can put on. It is the most joke-dense sitcom ever written, and it's just silly and fun. And if I'm going to put one on in the background and just kind of let it ride into the hook while I go to sleep, if I'm in a bad mood,
That is the definition. What comfort show you put on in the background just to have some noise? It's
30 Rock, Parks and Rec, Office, Seinfeld. Those are my Mount Rushmore comfort shows, probably.
Scott.
You got any guesses?
I would almost say you're a Simpsons dude.
No, he's
South Park.
He's
South
South
Park.
Park. 100%.
South Park, 100%. That's it.
Can I throw another one in, though?
Yes, here.
That's close. King of the Hill. If King of the Hill's on, I'll almost never turn it off.
I would throw South Park up on mine too.
Yeah, South Park
is it
is
South
one
Park
of
for
them.
you? Is that number one?
No, I don't know. As of late,
Shocking.
As of late, it's probably been Matlock because it's always a surprise ending, and then there's Seinfeld.
Seriously, Matlock?
Well, there's a free channel with it, so it just plays all the time. And our dogs like
is that a
it.
serious answer?
Yeah, I do watch Matlock, but the thing I've been watching the most of is Mystery Science Theater 3000 has
Yeah.
24/7 now channel.
Mary Scott.
And if I need background
Science
stuff, I just watch that, and
That's
it's ridiculous. It makes me giggle. And
Has anybody watched the show Monk?
yes, Monk rules.
That's a pretty good show. And I
Scott
think,
told me about it, and we started watching it, and it is hysterical.
It's brilliant. It's one of the best shows ever made.
That
for sure.
really is.
Rafe, I think you would enjoy that.
a
The episodes
sleeper
I've
show.
seen, Monk.
Really?
Dude, it's a sleeper
It's
show.
a Tony Shalhoub
Hey,
guy.
I like Shalhoub. I'm a Shalhoub guy.
It's Shalhoub at his Shalubiest.
Yes. But it is so good. And then
Shalubiest
I like
is maybe
Tony-
the
I
best
like
thing
Tony
I've ever
Shalhoub.
said.
Ted
When I say-
Levine's
when
awesome.
people say
in it.
assalamu alaikum, I say Shalhoub.
Shalubiest.
And I leave.
Yeah, that show's phenomenal.
We got to take a break. We'll come back and let's give away some Point Fest tickets. Point Fest, we announced it last week, happening on Saturday, May 17th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. We've got 311, we got The Urge, we got Toadies, Finger 11, Ludo, Sick Puppies, Alien Ant Farm, Post-Sex Nachos, Oxymorons, and more. Tickets are on sale right now. We are still in the first week of sales. Select, reserve, and lawn tickets, just $30. So after the break, we're going to play what, Rafe?
Bad movie descriptions.
Bad movie descriptions. Okay. Explain how this game works.
I will give a description of a movie. It'll be bad. Pay attention to what the game is called. It will, in essence, capture the movie. The best way I can say it is this. Look, the descriptions may describe the whole movie, part of the movie, or maybe just the basic premise. There is one correct answer for each one. I don't care if you think it's a dumb answer. If it fits, it fits. I also don't care if you think it's the correct answer isn't a good match for the question. The title says bad movie descriptions, not adequate movie descriptions. So use your brain. Sometimes it may feel a little off, but we'll get there. And I think we do 3 tries before we finally call it. We give 3 callers.
They could
3 callers.
3 callers, yes. 3 callers. So you have one guess at it. You could use a racial lifeline,
That's
Which
correct.
is always a toss-up.
which is always, ask one of us.
I can make it worse or better.
Right.
One right, you win.
That's it. It's a one and
One
done.
right, you win. 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Bad movie descriptions for Point Fest tickets. Next. Yeah, Champ Bash Sunday. We will have Blues tickets to give away. I know Point Fest tickets, but yeah, the choreographed dance is the... And if you didn't hear, so we lost the Pick'em Challenge in the basic tiebreaker. So the Fast Lane got to pick what song we'd do this dance to as part of our punishment, and they picked a medley.
Right.
So if you missed us playing it, congratulations to the Fast Lanes.
What kind of song are we going to get? What are we predicting here?
Right? So we have to dance to this?
Yeah.
Are we going to do our own thing, or what are we doing?
You're the captain.
You need to be here. I will teach you. Do it right now. We're gonna be taking our hands to our head. And
Okay.
Break an
we're
egg.
going down. You're touching your whole body.
Let the
You're
egg,
going all the way
let
down.
the egg melt all the way down.
Okay, so the egg's going to melt all the way down.
So the egg's going to melt,
Okay.
and you're rubbing it in.
Crack an egg.
Let me go back.
Yeah, here.
Let
Are
me
we
go back a little
practicing
bit.
now? Yeah, let's
Might
go.
as well.
I hate this.
Actually,
Crack an
we
egg
should.
over your head.
Okay, hit it.
Okay.
Both
Let's just
hands and
get
crack
through
it on
this.
top and just let it slowly.
We come out. Here we are. We're out there. Ready?
Cracking the egg.
Crack it up. Rub it in.
Oh, too slow. Wait,
Yeah,
you gotta go slower.
watch this.
Oh, slower?
And
Yeah,
then crouch
I gotta-
down.
This is egg.
Down.
Remember, this is
And push it out. Push it out.
this is egg juice.
Yeah, and then
Slowly going.
Am I rubbing it?
Yeah.
I'm rubbing it. I'm
Make
moving
it in.
it.
So we're rubbing. Okay.
Rub it in.
You rubbed it
and then-
under your
Chair. Hump the chair.
And the chair comes in. And now
We can eat chairs.
and now we're on it. And we're
This is gonna live forever, Scott
Okay.
Rizzuto.
Trust me, my kids are already disappointed with what's on the internet. Okay, so when the Nickelback song comes on,
then the chairs come in.
the chairs come out.
We have chairs set up. We bring them. We throw them in.
We're going to bring the chairs
I'm
out.
putting Jamie Rivers in the chair.
Yeah, we pick somebody out
Oh,
of the crowd.
maybe we should do that.
Yeah.
we
Yep.
put 'em in
yep.
the
Yep.
chair.
Get them in here. Get them
Maybe
in
we should
here.
have each of the fast lane guys come up
Perfect.
and we'll lap dance them.
For rock star.
I mean,
one guy is going to
Let's
be
lap dance him.
one fast lane guy is going to love that, and 4 are not.
Looking at you, Carrie Davis.
Yeah,
What?
I knew Carrie would
What?
love it.
I will
Carrie's
take
gonna love
Marsh.
it.
Okay, here we go. And then we will all pick our
She
fast
takes the
lane
young hot
person.
guy, imagine.
Yeah, I was gonna take one.
And then,
By random choice, I'm sure.
Like sitting in the chair.
yeah, and then so he's in the chair. Okay, you don't have to touch him. You know. So here we go down the road.
I can touch him if I want, but you can't touch me.
I'm gonna grind.
You're grinding.
Dry humping Carrie Davis's leg right now.
Kicking, grinding, and kicking.
I'm going to have a terrible towel coming out of my zipper.
I'm going to teach you guys what I taught everybody in college. We're doing the stripper stomp. It's where you crouch down and you hit your leg on the
My
floor,
goodness,
okay?
I can't do
Hit
that.
it. Crouch down.
I
and hit
haven't
it.
been able to do that since.
Crouch down.
You're grossly overestimating our flexibility.
Yes. We're gonna have somebody to help us out.
She's struggling to do it. She thinks we're going
I don't know. I'm almost 40. This is, you know.
Giant over here.
So there it is.
Yeah,
That's the.
that's Nickelback.
Okay.
I think we give them the hard hump like the Thunder from Down Under.
Yes.
We can't do the leg kick. We can do the male stripper moves though, where like we get them in the chair.
Oh, and then we're back to the punching.
Okay, more eggs.
More eggs.
And this is
I think,
Yeah, we
I
turn
think
over
track
the
pants come off during this part.
Oh, that's when. That's when we hit it.
Oh, we've got snap-ons.
Who knows? We can install
I don't
them.
know.
we bought
The
tracksuits.
tearaways.
We did buy tracksuits.
I thought they were tearaways. My bad. I went into Fantasyland where I tear it away and I got a Canadian Speedo on right in Jamie Rivers' face.
I think this is where we pantomime Joeing and then throw it into the crowd, right?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You know something real classy,
Like
as if we're throwing dice.
But you got to do it at the same time.
But it's hot. It's
And we're-
buffalo wings. Dipped in ranch.
yeah. Now we have the buffalo, and we're eating, and we're down,
And we're down.
Licking this
and we're
off.
licking our fingers. We're licking
I'm
all
not
the
putting my.
sauce off.
How about we lick each other's fingers?
No, we won't be doing any of that.
I refuse.
This is your nightmare.
That's Boone's nightmare.
Now
Okay, and it's
Friday.
Friday.
We just put peanut butter all over.
Arms around each other. We're kicking.
Oh, okay. We'll do a kick
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Kick on, Rockette style.
Rockettes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, throw back.
Left,
Cute.
right,
That'll be easy
Left.
enough.
Okay.
right,
All right.
right.
We still have 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. We're kicking.
40 seconds to
This is
kick.
where
We're
getting
kicking.
our breath.
So we're gonna
Kicking.
kick.
Kicking.
You know.
There's a lot of kicking. Eggs and
Well,
kicking.
we're just kids with the Rockettes do.
Okay. Now
Okay, this is where Scott
gonna
comes
be-
out with the thong.
Oh, this is where the pants come off, and we all have thongs on.
all night long. Let me.
This is just, I think we just clench our booties.
No, we just clinch. We're doing Kegels. And
Oh,
cheeks.
all right. We're just showing our butts.
Yeah, we're just showing our butts at this point.
I can make mine dance to this.
And every once in a while, a little swivel the
little-
hips. A little swivel of the
It'll be
hips.
nice. And then we kind of go down.
I think we did it, guys.
Okay,
That's
we're
it.
coordinated. That's
Easy.
great.
That's it. I feel good now.
It's going to be
What
really
happens
great.
after that?
That's
Nothing?
it. It's the end.
We leave in shame. We leave with our heads
No,
on.
they
Shame.
carry us out.
Oh yeah,
On
that
their
too.
shoulders.
That could happen.
put me
They
in,
carry us out and throw us on 44.
my car
because
is
it's gonna
already
be terrible.
running.
It's going to be
Or
awful.
everybody vomits their nachos. Their $10 Hot Shots nachos are vomited all
After
over the place.
that, Teddy Swims' The Door comes on.
Oh, God.
And I do a 5-minute improvised, hot-footed. You ever seen Sam Rockwell when he comes out for like his appearances on the Tonight Show? I'm gonna do that. Kind of like he's got the.
What is that?
He's just got hot feet, baby. I've been practicing that hot foot dance. I'm doing that. That's just a solo mission. I'm giving fans extra.
I'm just kind of backing up the YouTube feed right here. I mean, I think we look good. I think
Yeah.
we're going to
I think we're going to be okay, guys.
Yep.
You can suck this.
Should I?
There was a lot of self-groping going on in this room. Just as I looked around when the eggs were being cracked, it was pretty hot, dude. We all.
I'm going to recommend them
hot.
putting tarps down because it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when
Watch out
Momoa
for the
came to
splash
town?
zone.
Remember when Momoa came to town
Oh, yeah.
and there was a tidal wave of wet panties?
Yeah.
It's back, baby.
Well, guess what? Yeah. See?
Moon's got Jimmy
Sam
Fallon
Rockwell.
up with Sam Rockwell
Yeah,
coming
dude.
out.
There's like a.
He does the same dance. He learned this for a movie, and
That's
Sam
right.
Rockwell dances.
See
on
what I
TV
mean? All
every
you got to
time.
do. This is my wedding
he's
dance.
done 200 miles on
All
this.
you have to do is this at a wedding, and you'll be the most popular guest.
Wow.
Not this part, but go back to when he comes out.
That's
I'm
hot
telling
as
you, man,
hell.
if you know what you're doing, look at this. Tell me that's not a good dance. Ooh. Go back to the actual. There we go. If you got the good hot foot,
That's
It's
a
the
Michael
sa-
Jackson.
It's,
You know
it's
what
like
you're
a scoot
doing?
foot.
yeah,
Scoot foot. Knees in, knees out, scoot foot,
Knees-
scoot foot,
yeah.
scoot foot.
you get it. You get it. All you got
That
to do is
is
get it
sweet.
going. That's a cool dance.
It is a cool dance.
That
if you can
gets
pull it
that
off.
gets me over.
But you
at
gotta have
weddings.
slick
You
shoes.
gotta have slick
We can't, we
shoes.
can't do
Yeah,
this
slick
in boots
shoes.
and tennies. Yeah, we can't do this in boots and
Slick
tennies.
shoes.
Slick shoes, slick shoes.
Slick shoes.
I was saved by the choppers of hell.
Booty traps. $50 bill.
All right, I feel better about this, by the way. See us do our choreographed dance on Sunday at the Hot Shots in Fenton. We're going to do it between the first and second half of the first game.
Yes.
So the game starts at 2, so I'm imagining around 3 o'clock
Okay.
for the dance. They got a stage set up and everything for us.
Oh boy,
You don't have to
Oh,
do
did
that.
not
You
know
don't
that.
have to do that.
I thought this was just a
Oh, no, Rafe.
informal little.
Nope.
okay.
When I was told they'll have the stage set up, my heart went, oh.
It's 40 seconds or however
It's
long.
2 minutes and
It's two-
46 seconds.
It's gonna be
It's
great.
easy
It's
to
gonna be
dance
great,
on
right?
stage.
Hey,
I'm just
What
going to
we
act like
do in
nobody's
life-
there and I'm just dancing in my living room.
Echoes in eternity.
All right, let's give away some stuff. All right, we're going to play the Bad Movie
Bad
Description
movie
game.
descriptions.
Thanks, Rafe. Pointed at you, and I was ignored. That's cool.
I'm sorry, I was pulling it up.
All right, we're good.
I was thinking about the egg dance, and I was
The egg
kind of
dance.
bothered.
Today's contest is sponsored by.
Car Star, your auto body repair experts, locally owned with a nationwide guarantee. See carstar.com for locations near you.
All right, so Rafe's going to give the description of a movie. It's,
Correct.
It's going to be hard. I mean, these are hard.
Sometimes, yes, or they're, for instance, former police officer escorts a group of dirty women to their vacation destination only to find out it isn't all it was cracked up to be.
Mad Max Fury Road.
There you go. Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay.
So there's an example of a bad movie. Technically, it was in there, but that wasn't a great description.
All right, so we'll get you on the phone. Rafe will read the description. You could guess yourself. You have one guess, or you could ask the room to help you out.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think instead of just singling out one Rish show member, just ask the room because we just yell it anyway.
Okay. Changing the rules.
Anything you can do to make it more chaotic, I always appreciate.
We yell it out anyway.
That's true. You guys do kind of, but you're not always right.
Yeah. We
So
had
you're saying each person has a 4-person lifeline. Each of you can guess a different movie. Or do you
No,
have to
we
agree?
collectively agree.
Okay.
Okay.
We have to agree.
That's good. That's better.
A group,
we have to
a group
agree.
lifeline.
A group lifeline.
I like that. Remember last time we had some good guesses that could have worked, but were not the answer.
But whatever. If we give the answer, you're out. If we're wrong,
That's right.
Yeah.
and we'll go through 3 callers for each movie description
If we need to.
if we need to. Okay, let's go
I
to
have faith in our callers today.
Kyle. Good morning, Kyle.
Hey, guys.
All right,
Hey.
Kyle. These are, by the way, this is 4 Point Fest tickets. So here we go. Rafe, your first bad movie description.
Good luck, Kyle. A European entrepreneur ends up falling for an off-duty public servant after trading flirtatious barbs at a corporate function.
Now, one more time.
A European entrepreneur ends up falling for an off-duty public servant after trading flirtatious barbs at a corporate function.
Okay. Kyle,
Yeah,
anything?
man, I'm gonna have to use a lifeline.
All right, he's going to use a lifeline.
Okay.
This is a group lifeline.
This is the group lifeline.
Say again.
So does this mean the next two callers, if you guys don't get it, do not get it?
No.
Or do you guys get
No,
another
we'll
shot?
give
Caller
it-
gets a
well,
reset.
Excellent. A European entrepreneur
European
ends
entrepreneur.
up falling for an off-duty public servant after trading flirtatious barbs at a corporate function.
European corporate.
Entrepreneur.
European entrepreneur.
Which could be a real throw. I mean, they could
Yeah,
be
I
throwing
know.
us.
These are
Ends
all
up falling for an off-duty public servant after
Off-duty
trading
public
flirtatious
servant.
barbs at a corporate
And by the way, just these are all hit movies, right? There's nothing
function. That is
obscure.
correct. These are very much in the zeitgeist. I didn't
Off-duty
do anything
public
wild.
servant. I mean, that could
What's
be
an off-duty public servant?
That could be anybody. A president,
A
a police
judge.
officer.
It could be a mailman.
Yeah.
It could be a mailman. I don't see that happening in the movie, but
European.
European entrepreneur.
falls for
Yeah.
an off-duty public servant
I mean, what could they be doing?
after trading flirtatious barbs. So they're like
At a
giving each
corporate-
other crud.
At a corporate event.
What the heck?
Flirtatious barbs is a
yeah,
strange
meaning
I like
like,
that wording.
like they're flirting, but they're like giving each other crap. Like they don't like each other.
Can you give us a genre?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
Sounds like a Sandra Bullock thing.
Yeah, it sounds like miscongeniality, but there's no.
Who's
no
the
European.
Yeah,
European?
Hugh
right,
Grant.
William
We're
Shatner.
movies Hugh Grant in.
And what's the corporate event?
You know what I go to? The corporate event is the Nice Hooters from Dumb and Dumber, but that's not a European
Well, they're
entrepreneur either.
New European.
Man, dude, I got nothing here. I've got nothing. Let's
I'm going to need a guess.
Jurassic Park.
What does the room? Anyone else in the room have a theory?
European entrepreneur, off-duty public servant, and flirtatious barbs.
You know, it could
Is
be.
there
I'm
anybody-
going to read it one more
Goldeneye?
Is there a
time.
Barbara in a movie?
A European entrepreneur ends up falling for an off-duty police servant
Oh, he's a police servant.
after trading flirtatious barbs at a corporate function.
You said public servant.
I did say public.
But this time he said
Helping us.
police.
This time.
Okay, so,
Is he
so this is
Austin
like
or something?
this has got to be like a spy.
like Austin
Off-duty
Powers or Goldeneye.
Oh,
or,
is it like James Bond?
Oh, there it is.
Powers.
Is it Austin Powers?
Room consensus.
Yes, we'll go with that.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
our final answer.
Bye-bye, Kyle.
We nailed
An European entrepreneur. I mean, what was his
Dr.
business?
Evil's an entrepreneur.
Does not. Good guess.
Okay, corporate event. All
Good
right.
guess.
Mike,
Hey, good morning, guys.
do you have a guess?
Oh, God, no.
Oh, Michael.
Katie Zoss.
All right. We'll
Damn
try
it, Michael.
No, I called in just to hang. A European entrepreneur ends up falling for an off-duty public servant / police officer after trading flirtatious barbs at a corporate function.
Corporate function.
Okay.
Flirting at a function
This could
with
be a James
cop.
Bond.
That's what
but
I
he's
said.
not an entrepreneur, right?
Well, which one?
I don't know.
You're right. Entrepreneur. That's
Yeah, he's
we gotta
not
take James
entrepreneur.
Bond out of here.
Oh, okay.
Gotta right. I mean,
So
there's
is it
an
like Liam
entrepreneur?
Neeson?
too many options.
No, not.
I'm
Liam.
thinking that the off-duty police servant is a woman cop.
So miscongeniality.
Ray, can you repeat it one more time?
I certainly can, sir. A European entrepreneur ends up falling for an off-duty public servant after trading flirtatious barbs at a corporate function.
Is it Die Hard?
Show me Die Hard.
You're damn right it's Die Hard.
Congratulations.
Good listening skills,
Falling.
which I emphasized several
Took a
times in the
second, but we
reading.
got there.
Falling.
Dadgummit.
Hans Gruber fell off the building for John McClane after trading barbs at a holiday Christmas party in Nakatomi Plaza.
Mike.
He's right.
Whoa.
It's a good description.
He's right.
Once you break it down.
I sense disappointment with Moon.
Yes, Moon's
I'm
upset.
disappointed in all of us. We took it too literally. We trusted you.
You did. Damn it. That was your first mistake. That's
go.
why I couldn't give the genre. Like, if I give the genre, it's
All right,
gone.
Debbie.
Hey.
All right, Debbie, here we go. Bad movie description.
Good luck, Debbie.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know.
A man travels halfway across the world and orchestrates an elaborate display to commemorate the life of his only black friend.
Okay, one more time.
A man travels halfway across the world and orchestrates an elaborate display to commemorate the life of his only black friend.
Okay, room. Work it out.
Work
Okay.
it out, Debbie.
Okay.
All right, here we
Forrest
go.
Gump.
Oh man, that's a good one.
That's
too.
a good one.
But wait. He travels across the world, but he's not commemorating Bubba in any way.
Yes, he is.
He is. Got the whole Bubba Gump shrimp.
That's how he.
Oh yeah, that's
you
good
know?
too. But what about bucket list? Isn't it Morgan Freeman and Jack
Yeah, but
Nicholson?
that's not in the zeitgeist.
That's zeitgeisty enough. I don't think that's a bad guess.
But
I'm not saying
Clearly
that's
not
right,
right.
but I'm not. I don't think that would be out of the.
We'll go
Really?
ahead and
Okay.
throw that one out.
Wait a minute, say it
Forrest
again.
Gump. Oh, yes.
A man travels halfway across the world
You're
and
right.
orchestrates
From
an
Vietnam.
elaborate display to commemorate the life of his only black friend.
Gotta be.
What about like Blazing Saddles? They travel in that.
Yeah, but
halfway
he went
across
to
the world? He literally
Vietnam.
went to Vietnam.
Okay.
Okay, sure. Is it? What do you think?
I guess you guys
Right.
are
I
on.
like that.
It was-
Debbie loves
and
it.
There were no other black friends.
There were no other black
in,
friends.
in the movie, right?
No.
Okay, let's do it.
Forrest Gump.
Bye-bye, Debbie!
Oh, sorry, Debbie.
What?
Debbie!
It was Jurassic Park,
Debbie
wasn't
gotta
it?
go. Not a bad guess.
Holy smokes.
that is not
okay,
it.
please repeat.
Okay, let's go to maybe Justin's got it.
Justin might have it
Is
live.
that-
Justin,
Good morning, Rizzuto
Yeah,
Show.
hey.
you got it.
Well, I have a guess. I was going to say,
Well,
not sure if the movie's
before,
right, but what,
before you guess, is this going to be your answer?
I guess.
Wait.
I
So,
guess.
Rafe, say it again.
Turn your radio down. I can hear us.
I don't have a radio on.
Oh, okay.
Could have
That's
been
a
just
lie.
the phone.
Just my headphones are really good.
Here we
Sorry.
go. Man travels halfway across the world and orchestrates an elaborate display to commemorate the life of his only black friend.
Elaborate display. Orchestrates an elaborate display.
Fireworks?
I have a thought. Let me put. I'm gonna
Yes, it was
go
so
with
bad.
the room, but the only thing I can think of is Green Mile for some reason.
Oh.
Okay, well, elaborate. It could,
I don't think he traveled
Black
across the
friend.
world.
Black friend could be a dog.
Whoa.
That's true.
That would be a pretty messed up thing for me to do to my career on the radio. But you're right, it could be.
It could be like my dog is black, the black colored dog.
You're right. I could have rolled the dice with my entire career and done
It's
that.
not.
yes.
It's not a career. It's not a
I'm
career.
kidding.
We're working it out.
Let's take
My
the
job
hits.
is to
Work
sow
it
doubt.
out.
My job is
We're
to sow
taking the
doubt.
hits.
Okay.
A man travels
Work it out.
Half
halfway
across.
across the world.
Orchestrates an elaborate display.
Orchestrates? Is it
You
a
got
music?
this.
Is it a music one?
Orchestrates.
Orchestrates. So you're putting on a show. Oh, is this like the?
Music. Is music involved?
Yes, music's involved.
Is iconic music involved?
It's a concert.
Oh, maybe.
Puts on a concert.
Maybe. Maybe taking it too literal.
Black friend.
Hey, what's that Russell Brand movie? Where
Get him to the Greek?
Where
Get him to the Greek.
Puff Daddy is
Jonah Hill?
us.
No.
We may not be seeing that film again.
Some of you are definitely going to be very upset if you don't get this.
What? It's a music one. You guys know music movies?
I hate music movies.
No one said it's a music movie.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
all right.
not. Orchestrates an elaborate display.
Here we go.
Okay.
What's your guess?
Rocky IV.
Rocky IV. I've not seen that.
Man,
Interesting.
Rocky
Holy
IV.
I don't think a
Is that it?
sequel is going to be the
gotta
thing.
be. He goes to freaking Russia to fight on
Apollo.
behalf of Apollo.
Show me Rocky
Show me
IV.
Rocky IV.
You're damn right. It's
Once you said
Way to
it,
go,
it all this
Justin.
is the puzzle
Great
piece.
job.
Yeah, once you say it out loud, it makes sense, right?
Justin, hang on.
And
hasn't
I was
done
trying
that.
to lead you down the path of the soundtrack, like orchestrates, 'cause you're
Yeah,
like music.
yeah.
Living in
Like,
America?
There's a lot of great music in that movie.
I was trying to think of a white guy with a black kind of sidekick. And Apollo and Rocky. Then you go,
that's
does
great.
Rocky have any other black friends?
None that I saw.
Just his son. Later.
Yeah. That's it. All right, let's go to, Hurricane Chris. Hello.
Hey, good morning, guys.
All right, here we
Hey.
go. Bad
I was
movie.
thinking rush hour on that last one.
Rush Hour. Okay.
Yeah, I was wrong. So let's see what I got on this one.
What do you got? What do you got here, Rafe? This will be our last one.
Okay.
Last one.
What was that Western? Wasn't there a Western before Rush Hour with Paul Hogan,
yeah.
Paul Hogan and Cuba Gooding
You know what that
Jr.?
was called?
Did you ever see that?
No.
Oh, dude.
Really?
Oh, dude.
Don't throw another movie in my head.
I'm sorry. Okay. Go ahead.
All right, Rafe.
Here we go. Good luck. Grossly negligent faculty member continually skips lectures to go on field trips without his class.
Oh, what? Okay, never mind. I 1,000% know
Go.
this.
Oh,
But I'm gonna let Hurricane Chris do it.
No, Riz, take it over, man.
But here's the thing, though. We don't have enough information to give us which one of it is.
Okay, well, say it again. Say it again.
You know what I'm talking about.
Go on. say it.
Grossly negligent faculty member continually skips lectures to go on field trips without his class.
I know what it is.
Oh.
Dude, it's this, right?
You guys can. Oh,
I mean, this is 100% it. It has to be. It has to be. it
Yes,
has
but
to
which one?
be. Well,
it was like Doc Brown.
no.
This Back to the Future.
No, it's got to be an Indiana Jones.
It has to be Indiana
Oh
Jones.
yes.
Yeah.
Right, obviously.
And
But-
almost every one of them starts with him in a classroom.
I mean, Raiders of the
at
Lost
some
Ark.
point.
I mean, you want to just say Raiders of the Lost Ark?
No, see, 100% that one, the Last Crusade. You know, it starts with him as a kid finding the cross, and then it goes to him in the lecture hall.
But I think it's in the lecture hall at Raiders of the Lost Ark too.
Is
I
he?
will
I can't
accept
remember.
any version if that's what you want to
All right.
choose.
let's
Show
go
me
with it.
Indiana Jones.
That is correct. It's
Yes!
Indiana Jones.
All right, Hurricane.
And I
Chris.
wrote Indiana Jones, literally any of them.
Okay, all right.
Because
And
it's the same in every single one. He starts out teaching a class, he gets interrupted, and he just walks out of the class and leaves the students.
Yeah.
Never a substitute coming in, never offers to take one of them.
It was a different time.
Yeah, we're
All these people are going to school for what he does.
They're probably paying a lot of money for it too.
He's like, hey, I'm about to go on a crazy adventure to find one of the biggest artifacts of all time, the thing you've all dedicated your life to. See ya. Stay here.
Goodbye. Enjoy the semester, dweebs.
All right, so Lightning Jack is Cuba Gooding Jr.
If you haven't seen the
Paul Hogan.
1994 masterpiece, Lightning
remember
Jack,
this.
where Cuba Gooding Jr. plays a mute cowboy with of course, Paul Hogan, who plays Paul Hogan.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I did not see that. All right, quick
You're
break. We'll
missing
come
out.
back. I guess I am. We'll come back with some of your emails.
You're a point fest.
As the morning's going on, it's getting colder. So as the sun came up this morning, because we were here when it's dark, and it was, I think we started the show, it was 10 degrees out, and now it's down to 2 with a wind chill of negative 16. So as the sun's coming out, it's getting colder.
Yeah, it's 0.9 right now.
Damn. We were just watching a video of it's snowing in New Orleans. Snowing
Wow.
in New Orleans.
That's wild. I didn't know it ever got cold there.
Wild. Yeah, they showed video like a live cam of the French Quarter. And there is snow sticking to the ground.
I'd be pissed. I went down to New Orleans for like a week. I'm like, oh, it's going to be so great weather. And then it's snowing.
Oh, we went down, the first and last time I was down in New Orleans was for my wife's 40th, so 5 years ago. 5 years ago in February. And it was perfect weather. Perfect. And you go down to New Orleans and it's snowing? Oh, hell no. I'd be super pissed. But listen, most of the U.S. is dealing with serious cold weather right now. So USA Today put out a list of 6 things you should never leave in your car when it's below freezing.
Okay.
So keep this stuff in mind.
Okay.
So aerosol cans, they will explode if they get too cold.
Darn it.
Canned food, it could make the food inside expand and cause tiny cracks where bacteria could get in. The USDA says to toss any canned food that's swelling from freezing. Even if it doesn't, they suggest tossing it to be safe. Because maybe you got canned food in your garage,
Yeah.
like you keep like as a pantry overflow. Dude, if it's too cold in there and it starts to swell, throw it out. Eggs. Do not leave your eggs in the car after you get groceries. If they freeze and the shells crack, not safe to eat. Electronics like phones and computers and tablets do not work well if they get too cold. It's not just the heat.
Right.
Things are getting a little wacky here in the office too with things being too cold.
Like us.
Not only us, but like our printer don't work in the
Right.
in the studio.
I couldn't get on the networks earlier.
Right.
Yeah.
They could also damage the screen if you leave your phone or tablet in the car. And condensation can form inside the device when it warms like back up. So, yeah, don't do that. Medication. Some meds like insulin become unstable if it gets too cold. When in doubt, toss frozen meds or ask pharmacist. And got to remind Scott every year about this one. Don't leave your loved ones in the car when it's freezing out.
This.
I wish you had told me that earlier.
Well, it's just you got a problem leaving seniors in the car.
I know.
You've been
Kids,
hanging out with
pets.
these people.
Kids, pets, seniors. Yes.
I'm trying to change that habit.
Do not leave them in the car.
Right.
I
Get a
just
little
need-
heated house for your stray cat that you take care of.
Okay.
You now have a stray cat coming to your home?
No, I'm just saying
He's
that's
in my
everyone.
car.
Oh.
For your stray elder that
That's it.
I
wanders
picked up a
onto
bunch
your
of
house.
stray animals this morning on the way to
I
work,
have
and
this
just kept them in the
90-year-old
car.
shows up to my back, my back door every night.
I haven't seen Dwayne the Cat Johnson in a while.
I didn't buy a little house for him.
He's popsicle now.
I hope not. Popsicle
He's
Joe.
he's a kitten popsicle now. He's gone, man. Just move on. All right, let's get to some emails. Show at 1057thepoint.com.
We've had a lot of emails backing up, so I'm going to back up a little bit to
Let's go.
to some food news. Okay, first one is one from today. It said, "Hello, gang.
Hi.
My husband and I traveled from Macon, Missouri, neighborhood of Shelbina, or neighbor to Shelbina, to attend the Blues game on Riz Show night on Thursday. We had such a great time. The game turned me into a hockey fan. I wanted to
Great.
shout out the King Scott sandwich at Heavy Smoke. It was
Oh, that's
delicious.
nice. They went all the way out to St. Peter's for that.
Yep.
Nice.
We've never been to Heavy Smoke, and we can confidently say that was the best barbecue that we've ever had. Thanks, guys. Janelle.
Oh, that's
That is
awesome.
awesome.
Glad you enjoyed your visit. Nothing bad happened. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Nobody was robbed. Good experience. Excellent.
Yeah, no welcoming committee. Did she say what town they're from?
Macon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sweet.
Macon, Missouri.
That's where we go to Sonic, baby. And a Walmart.
Oh, the old
We're-
Sonic
and
Macon.
a Walmart.
Macon is huge. Yeah.
Oh,
And they got a good Chinese restaurant with a buffet. I mean, it's legit.
That's what I want. Chinese food from Macon, Missouri.
And the
That's
movie
right.
theaters in a little
Authentic.
10 building. It's pretty cool.
Well, thank you for coming out.
Yeah, that's
Next.
awesome.
We're going to stay with food emails. Hi. I happened to be sitting in the car while my husband was listening to your show. I heard somebody, sorry I didn't catch the voice, say about how, quote, you don't order anything market price in the context of being responsible and showing good etiquette when somebody is buying you dinner. My husband and I started laughing because we went to TJ Wings in Valley Park with our family. They're, of course, delicious and known for their wings, and they changed their wing menu prices maybe a year ago to, quote, market price. My brother said, quote, you know times are hard when your yard bird goes market price.
Well, I do know there was a thing with chicken wings where they were very pricey
Yeah.
for restaurants to order.
Because wasn't there like a shortage briefly for some
It was a
weird
bird flu
reason?
thing. I know a couple of the Tyson plants like burned down.
Yeah, it was like a perfect storm of bad yard bird things. But I'd never heard that before, yard bird.
yard bird.
Yard bird.
They said, of course, every time we go now, we have to check to see what the market price of yard bird is. Have a great one.
That is funny, but the point of that story was if somebody takes you out to dinner, and if you go to a nice restaurant and it says like market price instead of how much the dish is,
Yeah.
You steer clear.
etiquette says don't.
Right.
Somebody's buying you something. You don't go for the unpriced item.
You're right.
That's
Unless you don't want to see him again.
Yardbird is the name of the Gramophone's chicken sandwich. Has been for a long time.
Oh yeah.
And there's a Yardbird restaurant. It's like a popular. It's in a lot of hotels in Vegas and stuff like that.
I mean, from
It's
the
like-
band to 100 other things.
That's a great
I've
name.
heard the word. I've heard the.
Never made the
reference.
connection.
Never associated with chicken.
Me neither, dude.
That's
It's so
new.
funny.
This is
This
new.
is
Really
No.
awesome.
Next.
Okay, this email is in reference to what we were talking about when we were talking about the person who had their ribs removed and
yeah.
put in a jar and they kept them.
Oh, they want to make a crown out of them.
Yes.
Lady and gentlemen, in 2017, I had thoracic outlet syndrome surgery where they removed my top rib. It is a rough surgery, 11 days hospitalized due to complications. They gave me my rib after and instructions on how to clean it.
Okay.
It sat in a Tupperware container for a few years. Then after my dog died, I put it in with his ashes. Some people find that creepy, but I don't care. 3.5 out of 5 stars. Keep up the good
So
work.
nasty.
I don't mind it. I don't mind the keeping of the bones.
I don't either.
I do.
I mean, what else are you going to do with it? I don't want my rib floating out there.
Yeah, that's a part of you. I don't want. They're just going to throw it in the trash.
What do you mean you don't want it out there? Where?
Anywhere but where
On the
I
black
know.
market or something. What
Yeah,
if
but
these doctors? We saw Kings of Tupelo, dude. People were taking.
They got
body
biohazard
parts.
things. They incinerate them.
Yeah, right. I understand.
There's no market for removed ribs.
I don't know. That guy,
Not
that
I know of.
Elvis, did a really good investigating.
I don't think you're selling my rib, but I would want any of my body parts I want to go home with, whether they're on me or in a jar.
Yeah, teeth are bone too, right? I mean, it's the same damn thing.
I got my tonsils removed. I didn't take those home.
Yeah,
Well, those
but
are
that's
probably
flesh.
soft.
Sir,
That's soft.
did you
Like a
save
noodle.
the hemorrhoid?
That's different.
I had my belly button saved, or my dad had my umbilical cord when it fell off. He saved that for like years.
That's a thing that parents do, though.
Hey,
Right.
let's say, God forbid, and for some reason you lose your boys, and they're like, hey, we can put them in a pickle jar for you of formaldehyde, and you can keep your boys. You're going to keep it. That's funny, right? You're not going to let them get incinerated.
Or
I'd
would you
lose my
put-
testicles. I don't think I'm thinking comedy bits.
Would you get?
Yes, you are.
Would
We
you get
always
the
are.
implants? There's ball implants.
The nudicles.
Yeah, the nudicles.
My buddy has
Would
a
you
nudicle.
do that and save them in the jar?
I don't think I want my testicles.
My buddy has
honestly.
a nudicle, and it's bigger than his OG one.
Really?
Somewhat noticeable.
wonder if
Would
you
you
can
save
tell.
your balls if they had to be removed?
For sure.
Yeah.
Rafe, you would?
I guess, yeah.
I'm not. So what am I going to do with them?
Put them out on Halloween.
It's a funny thing to throw on someone.
Yeah. Hey, here's my bone.
To just be like, hey, catch. And when they catch it, be like, that's my nut.
You're holding me.
Get it back, get it back.
Don't squeeze.
Don't be making
I
jokes
agree
about
with
driving.
Moon. It is a funny thing to keep. And it could come in handy later after
For
the
a,
pain.
for a bit? A
Yeah,
comedy bit?
after the pain of knowing that you're a testy-less man goes away. You
Let's
can have some fun with it.
Let's say it's something,
It's like a glass eye.
a pinky. You lost a pinky. You were doing the manly stuff that you do, Riz, and you
Right.
hammered off a pinky.
Uh-huh.
And they say, you want to keep this? You want us to burn it with all the other crap
No,
that's in the
I
hospital
don't want a
bins?
reminder of a bad time.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
that's life,
you
dude.
overcame it. But you,
I never did.
and this too shall pass. You survived it. I am a survivor.
I'm not keeping any body parts. I don't think.
Well, call me weird. I think I'd keep it.
I'm certainly not making a crown of any.
Although when I did get my vasectomy, I did keep my vas deferens.
Okay, here
Hey,
we go.
but in all honesty, back to the emailer, I think that was a really cool thing to do. He had it and had no idea what he was going to do with it, but he chose to have it so it wouldn't be wherever else. And then when his dog
What
passed,
did he put in there with it?
when his dog passed with his ashes, the dog's ashes, and he buried the ashes, he put the rib in there. And I think
Which
that's,
makes
I
sense.
think that's
Dogs
lovely.
love bones.
That's so cute.
Dogs love bones, but
Okay,
then at
and-
the same
and by
time,
the way-
you're burying a part of yourself because you're burying a part of yourself. That's what letting go of a
That's
pet
grief.
is.
The reason I kept a piece of my vas deferens was because I thought somebody on the show would eat it at some point.
You could throw a hair
Oh
in there.
God.
Yeah, that was an interesting period during the show.
Yeah, that was a.
I
Dark
declare I
time
will
on the-
never eat
on the
anybody's
program.
vas deferens on this show. I'm just going to put that out there now.
Glad we joined when we did.
One more. Room.
Okay, let's see.
You want? Hey, listen.
I'll munch your grundle.
Listen, what?
Okay, go ahead.
Listening on the podcast regarding this January 7th show, I have an idea of what people can do with their Riz Show head stickers, or for any sticker. You buy magnetic sheets, and you have the sticky sides so you can make your own magnets. I bought them on Amazon. You stick your favorite sticker onto the magnet, you cut it out with a pair of scissors, and then when you actually want to use the sticker forever, you just peel it off and use it.
Nobody wants to do arts and crafts.
We have a million stickers. We can send you more. I mean, you know,
No, but nobody wants to do art. That's going to like Michael's or
do you need X-Acto knife,
X-Acto knives.
cutting board?
Nobody wants to do that.
You don't really put any work into it?
No. Thank you for your emails.
Some people want their stickers to outlast their cars, man.
Yeah, I get it. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll do a quick sports report. It's 9:22. It's Tuesday. Traffic and weather. I believe it's one final look. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. We got a right lane block due to a stalled vehicle 364 eastbound, just after St. Peter's Parkway. Your point forecast, partly sunny, very cold. High of 12, wind chill negative 20. Right now it is 1 with a wind chill of minus 12.
All right. let's do sports. All right, what you got?
The Ohio State Buckeyes captured the college football playoff national title on Monday night.
Who forgot that was even on?
I knew it was going.
I think most of America forgot
I
that was
accidentally
on.
watched the Pat McAfee broadcast where they had a fake Lou Holtz, and it was very, very funny.
I like Pat McAfee. I'm a fan.
Well, we were talking about it yesterday, and we were all kind of rooting for Notre Dame, because the Buckeyes just.
And I'm a big fan of the movie Rudy.
Yeah, and then Riz goes, well, I'm all about Rudy, man.
Yeah.
The gold helmet.
Gold helmets, man.
Go
Come
Notre
on.
Dame. Well, they lost 34-23 at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. The championship is the first ever in the new CFP era that featured a 12-team playoff. Ohio State claimed its 7th national title in football and the first since 2014. Buckeyes coach Ryan Day secured his first national championship, and he had come under some scrutiny after losing 4 consecutive games to OSU's biggest rival, the Wolverines.
Right.
Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson is finalizing a deal to become Chicago Bears' next head coach. Johnson, who has been the subject of head coaching, hiring rumors for years, is finally taking the jump this offseason. He's been Detroit's innovated OC for the past 3 seasons and will succeed Matt Eberflus, who was fired midway through the 2024 season for Chicago. Detroit's season ended prematurely on Saturday when the Lions lost to the Commanders in the divisional round 45-31. Now Johnson gets to work with a talented young quarterback in Caleb Williams, who's coming off a pretty impressive rookie season despite a poor situation around him. So we'll see how the Bears do. Don't forget this Sunday, NFC Championship, Commanders and Eagles, 2 p.m. local time on Fox. AFC Championship, Bills and Chiefs, 5:30 local time on CBS and Paramount+. Super Bowl 59 odds ahead of championship weekend. Philadelphia Eagles are a +180, Chiefs are a +220, Bills are a +250, and the freaking Commanders are a +750.
Whoa.
If you're interested in that kind of thing. Tom Brady tops the list of quarterbacks with the most postseason wins, as you'd expect, but Mahomes is the only active player who's even close. How close is he, you wonder? Brady won 35 postseason games, 35, while Mahomes only, quote, has 16. That's less than half of Brady's total, but he's got a long way to go. If the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, he'll have 18, which is 1 win over 50%. And we also should note that it took Brady 10 seasons to get those 16 wins, while Mahomes has done it in his 8th, or will be doing it in his 8th. What you got?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought you were queuing in there.
Well, yeah, we got to wrap it up.
Okay, well, I will wrap it up with this then. Former professional football and baseball player Bo Jackson is giving up a $21 million judgment against his niece and nephew, whom he said harassed and tried to extort money from him. I thought this was a really interesting story. A judge in February ruled in Jackson's favor in the suit that he had filed in April 2023 against Thomas Lee Anderson and Erica Anderson, also known as Erica Anderson Ross. Jackson, a running back who won the Heisman at Auburn, played in the NFL and the MLB, had alleged in his lawsuit that his relatives tried to extort $21 million through him through harassment and intimidation. In addition to the monetary award, last year's ruling included a permanent protective order barring his niece and nephew from bothering or contacting him. So basically what he said is he won the judgment, which was they can't talk to him. They got to stand at least 500 yards from his family and remove all social media posts, and they owe him $21 million. And he said, it's cool. You can keep the $21 million. Damn. Pretty amazing. I'm mooning That's Your Sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
Surprise, Dan the Calzone man walks in with delicious food.
That's right. So good.
Yum.
That's going to warm us up, too. We've been freezing. You've been feeling the office, right?
I heard the heat's out in the building.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, these are still warm for sure. I thought they might freeze by the time I walked from the parking lot to here, but they're still really nice and toasty.
Good.
No meat for you.
Thank you.
This gets scrambled. It's got the scrambled eggs and that potato hash.
Yeah, so what's the sauce on the side special for the month?
It's a maple cinnamon butter.
Yeah, baby.
It's literally
So
like
good.
a pancake wrapped in breakfast. It's my favorite special. Really,
Nice.
really.
Dang. Pancake flavor without having to eat a pancake.
Exactly
You're
right.
Speaking my language.
Yeah. I thought it might be.
I like everything's
right up your
wrapped
alley.
in dough. I mean, that's
It's the
amazing. What
best.
could be bad?
Yeah.
What could be bad about a calzone?
Nothing is bad about a calzone.
That's what I like to say.
How's business? Everything good at Sauce on the Side?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this January we started out with the snow was pretty brutal. We had to close the first couple days of the year. You know what I mean? So that's never helpful for us. But it's better to be safe than sorry.
Right.
And nobody was going out anyway, so it was just it's just kind of like, man, we just love making calzones, and anytime we can,
This is a man that just loves spreading joy.
You do, and
try.
you've teamed up with the Blues this year, which is huge.
Yeah.
He was at the Blues night with
Yeah,
us on
I miss you
Thursday.
guys. Yeah. I saw you on the jumbotrons though, and I saw two
Yeah, you saw us.
more important people. You know, so
It's
it's
Ava. Ava.
Yeah, you're not allowed to call it the
Sauce on
Jumbotron.
Ava.
oh, what is it called? Ava.
Ava.
Do they
Ava,
call it
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
anymore?
I have no idea.
I know at
My
first
bad,
they were
you're
like,
right,
don't
you're
call it the Jumbotron. It's
Ava.
not a Jumbotron.
It's a brand.
Big
I
screen,
should know
think.
that because that's a daughter's name of mine. So Ava,
you
I'll
go.
remember that.
Jumbo?
Well,
Yeah.
Jumbotron's my son's name.
Like,
Oh,
Band-Aid is a brand,
Yeah,
Kleenex
like Google.
Frisbee.
Yeah.
Jumbotron.
Right.
Yeah, Google's a brand.
Kleenex, Q-tip.
Right.
It's the Jumbotron. That's all right. What?
Sorry.
Thanks for
Yeah,
lunch,
no,
buddy.
man. Thanks for having me. I wasn't expecting to even talk to you guys.
Hey.
You just drop it off and
You're always welcome to come on in.
Yes.
Dan the Calzone Man, Sauce on the side. All right, make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michaels. And if you missed anything on the program, you got the podcast brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto. Moon, the podcast title is
A prime rib incident.
A Prime Rib Incident. All right, what else?
January 31st to February 2nd, the very first Art Inside, Schlafly Tap Room, Teenage Dirtbags, Steve Ewing Duo, Number One Sons, Adam, the Wanks Middle Class Fashion, the 45, whole bunch of bands, great food, and 40-plus St. Louis-based artists, all right here for a big art festival. They do the art outside during the summer. Well, they're doing the very first Art Inside, and it all goes to benefit the St. Louis Warriors, the St. Louis Blues Warriors hockey organization. Incredible organization with veterans. It's such a cool thing. It's a free show, so come on down, support local artists, support that organization, and enjoy some great food, art, and music.
Learn.
You can just follow me on the socials at Learn Versus Radio. Follow Sauce on the Side on the socials.
thank you.
And come see my band in New Haven this Saturday from 7 to 10 at Paddle Stop Brewing. Thanks.
Rafe.
We're going to go eat this sauce on the side on the toilet right now.
Yep.
Number 2 show, about to be recorded, be up at 4 p.m. today. Come see me this weekend at the Funny Bone in Westport Plaza near the Rawlings Museum, which is newly built. I'll be there Thursday through Saturday. Get tickets at stoffunnybone.com.
King Scott.
You can follow me at King Scott Rules. And that's
All right.
about it.
All right.
Donnie, have a great show.
All right. We leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member of the Day brought to you by Hot Shots. From Brussels, Illinois, Dennis Jones.
Yeah,
Dennis.
Muscles from Brussels.
This song, and here you go. We will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Energy
The
up.
Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point.